Hi guys, welcome to my stream. Welcome. Hai guys. Ntar ya, aku ini dulu. Ntar. Aku share dulu ke IG. Oh my god, sangat dadakan. Lah. Koclak. Ya. Halo guys. Sekarang main game apa, Mit? Iya, kita main game bagus namanya Valorant ya. Kita main Valorant guys. Sampai sahur kah? Nggak tahu. Kalau matchnya sampai sahur berarti ya sampai sahur guys. Kalau matchnya sampai sahur berarti sampai sahur guys ya. Nice, awewo nice. Oh gitu, Mit. Ya, gitu. Hai guys, this is your virtual vampire mythiabatford di sini. Halo semuanya, welcome. Mit, ini PRX menang bisa ke playoff kah? Ya. Mit, ayo tidur bareng sama aku, silakan. BGM kecilin dikit, oke baik. Siap. Siap bos. Nah gimana, udah kecil belum? Aduh aku rada pilek ya guys. Mohon maaf. Udah baik kan? Yes, kinda. Let's see. Let's say kinda. Ya. Aku rada nervous guys hari ini karena seperti yang kita tahu ya teman-teman. Kalau misalnya PRX kalah, so it's no chance for them untuk ke playoff. Langsung nih ya, kalau PRX kalah guys. Kalau PRX kalah, udah mereka pulang. Jadi aku rada deg gitu. Lawannya TH lagi. Aduh. Tadi gimana guys? Ada yang nonton match sebelumnya nggak? Match sebelumnya itu Lotus versus si siapa? FPX. Dan sudah ketebak 2-0 ya. Don't jinx it. No, I'm not. No, I don't. I'm just saying. What do you mean? I don't jinx it. What do you mean? I'm a nice girl. I do support with them. Okay, I support the boys. But the thing is, they need to be more what ya? Mereka harus lebih serius sih. I don't know. Let's be brutally honest here. Karena kayak waduh. Karena kayak waduh. Kau selamat tuh. Ih, lucu. Ya, let's be brutally honest here. Mereka harus agak serius ya, guys. Jujur aja. Walaupun tetap ke aduh goblok. Tetap. Maaf ya guys, tadi ada kendala teknis. Sampai mana tadi? Oke.
beginning of last year when they were still finding themselves at the start of that Pacific season.
fuck?
But they're playing a bunch of different comps. Some of their maps look really good. The ideas look fleshed out. Others look like they're trying to slot Mythia into a role that's not fully comfortable. And they've really lost a lot of the consistency that they had here as a result. And on the other hand, Mitch, Heretics has been, their stocks have been rising the whole year.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a roster that even has to play with
let's be brutally honest here, karena PRX kemarin sangat ini ya, sangat I can say underperform. Ya nggak sih guys? TH tuan rumah kan di sini. Kayak Indo. Nah, tadi ada yang nanya kan apakah ada tim Indonya? Ikan saya ada. Sebenarnya sih PRX sih bukan tim Indo ya guys, tapi berapa orang ya yang tim Indo ya? 4 orang tim Indo. Sorry, kok 4 orang? 3 orang tim Indo. Sorry. 3 orang Indo. Ada Gin, ada Keigo, halo, welcome. Ya bisa yuk. Bisa gila. Sumpah TH susah banget coy. Ayo TH ngeri punya buff tuan rumah. I know right? I mean TH nggak seburuk itu kok. Kamu lihat ya, ini si Mini Bu nih, dimana aja dia make neon anjir. Dan neonnya ini Bu. Dan yang tadi itu Mini Bu. Dan neonnya ngeri coy. TH mainnya rapi banget. Aduh, pusing. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope the best for the boys, okay?
It's not a squad where you look at them and
have
super hard sight hits where they're fully investing in
Astagfirullahaladzim, Keigo.
ideas in the mid for these little combinations that they execute
Everyone say hello to
really
Keigo
well,
and
they're
Gin.
finding the timings to use that
Welcome.
always
Thank you for
perfectly, and it adds a
coming.
lot of
Wah, ada
depth to their
Kriji
play.
juga, halo Kriji.
Yeah, of course, we'll see
Keigo Neon
whether
still
or
the
not
best
this,
for me.
this Heritage
Nah,
team
you
is-
should
excuse me, this Heritage
Gak deh,
team
Flu, lo harus
my
lihat
God, I'm
neon
like
ini.
stumbling
Lo
over
harus
words
lihat
here.
neon ini,
Heretics
oke?
team, can they
Kayak ini
continue?
rapi
I'm
lom
sure
PRX
they
yang
definitely
gerasak
can.
rusuk.
But for now,
True.
I'm gonna stop talking. Let's actually
But
go ahead,
let's
though,
see.
and,
Mohon maaf,
continue on this
itu janggutnya lucu
conversation
banget ya. Dia
here,
hijau
because
sendiri di tengah.
It does feel like at the very least, they need all
See?
the pieces of this team in order to click here, including the coaching staff, and you saw that happen in that last
Aduh,
matchup.
Zeken,
you
iya
absolutely
sayang.
did. I mean, during
Aduh,
that halftime
salah ya.
interview, Neilzinho was talking about the fact that hey, they came out here, they weren't playing confident enough.
Sorry ya.
The first half
Ini
they were
aku dukung
second
PRX
in the
loh, tenang
round.
aja. Tapi
You get that
Zeken
feedback. They come back in
Zeken
half
ganteng
number
banget,
two,
coy.
and they're so incredibly
Totally my
confident.
type.
They're executing perfectly. Mini Boo on the neon is being so incredibly proactive.
Kalian kalau lihat mukanya
This team
Zeken
is
itu
showing up on their,
tipe-tipe
first
cowok
time
yang
at
kusuka
Toronto,
guys.
though. Their national event for the majority of
Wah,
these players. And after just one map, they look comfortable against
enggak
most
belok.
considering the forerunner right now.
Enggak belok guys,
Definitely
gimana
after the
sih
results
orang?
that we've seen come through, right? Coming in,
Zeken besok
I
udah
would
masa
call
sih?
my EMEA bias to have
Serius?
an argument about that, but the
Serius?
reality is, I'm facing facts now. Starting to think
Don't care about your
maybe NA
feelings,
looks pretty
famously.
strong.
Lawannya
I mean,
bekas
one of the better
sentinel,
players we have in the game
ngeri.
is an
Lumayan
NA player. I don't know.
ngeri.
It's
By the way,
a-
ini sorry,
Everything's
kenapa HP
upside
aku nggak mau
down.
berdiri?
It is.
But you know what? Good Valorant. That's what's most important here. And I think what makes this really
Neonnya si Mini Bu
interesting
hampir kayak
is that
neonnya Temet.
it's a
Temet?
Heretics team
Temet
that
who?
had
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of changes that they
Who's
needed to
Temet?
make going into this
Absen
year.
kami
And how
halo
they
Yuri
did
ya.
so, they did so in a
Kita
way
absennya
that
nanti ya,
just
pas
brought
pulang
all these
aja.
different backgrounds together
Pas
to really try and
pulang.
create this
Lucu
almost
banget ya
like
pas
a
pulang.
international super team,
Oh
if you will.
gitu,
And
ya
it
udah
has
sih
been
pacar
working out
orang.
very well for Heretics. I'm excited to see what they do in this matchup.
Iya ya.
They have a lot of
Dipikir-pikir
ideas around,
tipe
like,
cowokku
global
tuh kayak yang
control as well, which is
jaketnya
interesting
bagus,
considering some
beli
of
di
the
mana
concept
Mbak?
that they ran up against
Mas.
Sentinels had no Sentinels. They ended up getting flying from
want the
extremities
jacket.
constantly in those matchups. But at the same time, then you look at
Aku
their
mau
buying
jaketnya.
composition, where there's this constant harassment between
Saya masih
Astra.
kepikir
This is
muntah
another
karena Ultra
element that I was
Movement,
trying
I
to find the
see.
clips, but you don't
Kok
want to
Mbak,
show too much.
Mas,
It's
Mas,
the fact
Mas.
that you have Astra,
Malah Mythia lah,
stars
Rio
go down,
malah.
smokes bloom, and then the
Streamer
decoys
Twitch,
or the gate crash faked out
Mini Bu
inside
bakal
of it,
sakit kalau
where
dia
your
nggak
opponents
pakai
now
Neo. Emang
have to be
Zeken
worried
jomblo?
about their back because there could be a
Coba kita
Yoru
tanya
about to
dulu, aku
flash
DM
out
dulu ya
and
guys.
exec a play.
Halo Mas
And in fact,
Zeken.
a lot of the time it's used just for those rotations to
Udah.
draw the players off site.
Aku watch party
To be
buat
clear,
PRX ya.
I
Gimana sih?
love a lot of the innovation that Heretics have brought to the table in that aspect.
Yeah, great ideas across the board. And I mean, of course, we can only
Anyways.
expect some more great ideas as we get ready for this last game, but for now though, it's like she said it over Mika.
Ini langsung PRX yang nonton aku kayak minus 1 gaji ya untuk Mythia. Nggak dong, jangan dong. Waduh! Wah, nice hair. Aduh, iya. Yang jaket hitam jangan sampai lepas. Yang jaket hitam jangan sampai lepas.
Yeah, I mean, W Gaming is 2023, you know, so we gotta try and figure something out for this year.
Alright, well, I'm eager to see what that is.
Oh, semangat Alek. Itu apa ya yang kuning-kuning ya?
Not wanting to give away too much here. Completely understand that PRX playing close to the chest.
They absolutely are. And yesterday in their
tebak
game, we
skor.
saw the anger from
Kita lihat mapnya dulu ya, baru aku bisa tebak skor.
That game was a bit of a mess, especially on map number 3.
Bro, 1 second and Aaron at the same time.
I mean, out with this composition, with no sentinel, they're leaving.
Kenapa harus di highlight?
We're seeing so many of these mistakes that I think we've seen from PRX before. This is really a team of highs and lows, and you can see how invested their coach is when they're struggling.
I mean, it's nice to see. You wouldn't like to see no passion there, but at the same time,
his poor desk.
That poor desk is it's getting its run for its money. That's for sure. The reality is, you can understand why this is a coach that's so invested in the success of this squad, considering the success that they've had in the past. But going through an identity change without Jane, we always knew this was going to be a thing. Nobody on earth plays the game the way that Jane does. So you're going to have to find a new identity. And the question is, how long?
Ini PRX di Rosso Mesa harus menang berapa?
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
of course,
know.
listen, talk about Heretics real fast here.
Cadangan meja Alek berapa? Banyak. Meja butuh SP potion, true. PRX kalau menang lanjut kok.
PRX is going to just give us something just a little bit different coming into this one. They're going to need it.
Yeah, they
Rambut komentator yang cewek cakep banget. True.
To change comps, to change big ideas.
Ini coachnya EG guys. Kalau kalian tahu Evil Genius, ya nggak sih namanya Evil Genius ya namanya. Ini coachnya EG by the way.
Where sometimes he is expected to play similar to a player like
Jane. Tinggi banget coy. Bener gak sih coachnya EG? Apa bukan ya? Bukan nih.
It's going to be PRX taking on Heretics.
Bukan, mirip tapi. Mirip anjir. Bukan, nevermind. Aku sesat guys. Tapi iya ya Potter ya, iya juga. Bentar guys.
Team B, so PRX, you will be Team A. We will start with your first band.
Breeze.
Breeze?
Yep.
Your band?
Breeze, okay.
Ben what, sorry?
Ascent.
Ascent?
Ascent,
and then map
okay.
number 1 from PRX.
Sunset gak sih? Oh, Sunset, there you go. Bind? Is it bind?
Defense. And map number 2 from Heretics.
Pick Lotus.
Lotus?
Side on Lotus.
Okay.
Attack. Next set of bands starting with PRX, you have Bind, Icebox, and Split.
Icebox. Yes.
Your band, you have Bind and Split.
Bind.
You ban Bind?
Number 3
Okay.
is going to be Split. PRX side on Split.
Oh.
Alright,
2-0. Kaden. Oh, never mind. 2-1. No. 2-1. Karena kalian nonton gak sih kemarin TH main di Lotus? 2-1. Lagunya. Let's go boys, you got this. Woo! Ayo guys. Aduh iya tuh. Wah, rambutnya Aaron beda lagi ya. Let's go. Jangan salah guys, kalian harus lihat itu minibu di Lotus gimana, gila. #YGaming, let's go. Buat yang kalian yang nanya, aku dukung siapa? Lihat jersey-nya aja ya guys. Oh sih, kamu siapa? Aaron. Dan second. Jangan bilang siapa-siapa.
Heretics playing in front of the hometown crowd. It's going to be a difficult task for PRX.
Meeting Oshi kamu siapa? Oshi aku banyak. Tadi aku udah baca ya. Sorry.
VTuber
VTuber satu ini sangat bersemangat, yes.
you know, years ago, what was it, last year? A year ago, excuse me. And now here they are again, having to potentially take down, well, the Heretics here in Spain. You gotta think about Masters.
Entah kenapa PRX ya, mereka tuh selalu nge-ban Icebox.
That's right.
Tapi aku sangat I'm so relieved kenapa Bain di-ban sama orang sebelah, sama tim sebelah. Karena Bain kemarin performanya let's be honest here, kalau di Bain lagi kurang banget lah PRX. Lu dukung yang mana Myth ya, kocak. Ih, Mine, kamu kemana aja? I miss you. Itu lehernya tegang duluan, yes. Stretching guys, jangan lupa. Ih, lucu. Aku mau topinya. Ini sama-sama rebutan, yang kalah pasti pulang, yes. Kalau misalnya menang guys, langsung ke perebutan juara 3 ya mereka ya, masuk ke perebutan juara 3. Sibuk kerja, I see. Selamat malam dirimu, harapanku yang takkan pernah terwujud, apa kabar Myth? Halo Rohi, aku kabar baik, kamu gimana? Mythia lo Syaro, welcome. Padahal suaranya kekecilan gak guys? Kalau kekecilan ya aku agak.
He's been consistent on the Sova, but Patatek's flashes are out of this world. It's so good to see him back in the support role.
Let's like this,
for that kind of play.
Okay.
Let's talk about our maps. We're
kita
starting
begini
out
ya,
on Sunset here. We've seen this already from both teams in Madrid. For Team Heretics, they look
aman,
really good,
okay.
honestly, playing this Neon comp, stalling out with those stuns, and they're gonna obviously go back to that one. But I want to focus a little bit here on PRX, because this is pretty much the only map we will ever play no teams. They're playing something on
kita
Gecko,
stick
and that's what
sama
we're looking at. On defense,
ayo monyet, kamu bisa, kamu pakai omen, kamu jago banget monyet, bagus lo mainmu, oke? Oke. Let's go. Ya, no duelist again, sudah pasti. Lihat tuh. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We got this boys. We got this. We got this. We got this. In stage sudah by I trust.
They can really punish an O-dive comp.
And we've talked a little bit about Neilzinho, but I think Weber deserves a lot of credit for what we should see coming into this server. That guy has had time to look at those VODs, and that is really where things
Abang
get
duelis,
scary, like
abang. I love this stage. Kalian udah lihat belum sih pialanya guys? Keren banget, sumpah.
Yeah, well, we'll see, of course, how this works out as we have a Heritage
let's
squad
go.
that really wants to put on a show for their hometown crowd. Can PRX silence them though? Let's send it over to your cast.
Lihat guys, background ininya sama karakterku ini kan cocok kan ya, ungu-ungu gak sih? Ya gak sih?
The best map arguably for
ya gak sih guys?
Heretics and PRX. And guess what? It's elimination
bentar guys,
time.
aku attack sebentar.
You wouldn't think it if you look at these teams, but both 0 and 1. And honestly, expectations up in the air for this one, really.
Mulai ya
think
guys.
that maybe Heretics might be favored given the fact that they barely lost out to Sentinels. But we are fast off the rip into this pistol round. A very quick beginning, but slow and cautious by PRX. Just well, no noise cues.
Yeah, they threw a knife over towards A at the beginning, so still 3 Heretics players committed to the A fight. Only the 2 of Benji and Rians holding over towards Market. So this is where we're going to see that Team Heretics retake. Their retakes have looked fantastic, but they haven't dealt with a Sage Wall yet, which is a really interesting kind of flavor to how you're going to play the post. Tends to funnel people all in predictable directions.
Nice blind.
Monya second guessing himself there, where decided to send out a paranoia. What is the call to be made? Stunned up. Monya might be in a bit of trouble. Still, smoke up in his face, wants to play the angle and timing around it with the U-tilt. Damage definitely done to a few of the players around the back, but the Heretics are still alive and kicking. Swarming now to side, smoke down and out. Benji sticking through.
Nice, Aaron!
But he's the last one left, and a couple of shots. It's all it takes to seal the deal. Pissed around here.
We got this. We got this.
PRX, excuse me.
They're pretty nice.
Fast-paced.
Got somebody in aggressive. You know, a lot of disruption there actually to the way that Team Heretics were trying to play the retake. The Sage Wall as well does not make things easy there. You're on the pistol round, you cannot afford to really spend the entirety of your ammunition right now.
Oh, nice, Davai.
Especially if Davai's going to be able to get kills.
Nice.
Just through that crack in the wall.
Yeah.
Not on the camera, but that's devastating actually for Heretics. But that's the way that it ended up going.
Let's go.
But we are going to see so many of those kind of rounds, I think, where PRX group up on one side of the map, hit the site with all of their utility, and I think Team Heretics might find it a little difficult to pick the mid-round timings that we've seen them get against other squads.
Oh no, monyet. Oh no, nice.
Can't claim the kill, unfortunate. For Benji.
A very similar look to the round again.
That plan straight down out.
Ya mereka main retake ya guys, mau mau sih sebenarnya. Soalnya PRX pakai line up begini agresif banget.
I mean, if PRX decide to take the fight straight to them, which they have. Okay. Throwing away your lives ever so slightly. I mean, 4 players still left standing. Any guns to reclaim?
Oh, well, not for Divide. He's still just got a pistol to try to span the spike.
Yeah, and now they're going to be playing it from this main position. Still, the wall smoked to at least carve their way through. They found it. Placement here. This is looking really precarious right now. PRX in a world of hurt. They have to manage themselves and find these kills. 1 player left. It's mythiabatford. And here it is. Patatech half on a defuse.
Oh my god.
He's got it.
Might be just barely.
Oh no, he got it, bro.
Just about.
Nice try. Gak apa-apa.
Wonderful.
Mati 4.
Around for Heretics.
Mati 4.
Yeah, amazing. Once they got themselves up into the player advantage situation, that's where you saw the Heretics kind of system thrive. The stun from Miniboo and that swing from Rians could not have been better timed. Paranoia. Boo with the follow-up. This smoke that Boo lands as well. Really lovely.
Memang Singer tuh bahaya guys.
Only need to focus on one area at once. And the half that they got on
Dia
the
mungkin
defuse,
spraynya memang random
so
ya.
crucial, so important. Now, take a look at PRX
Balat
buying back
spraynya
into
mungkin
this one.
kacau,
They
tapi
are not happy to just let this one go. They have got plants in both of these rounds and a fair amount of kills, so the money's not dreadful here.
Still that danger towards it. Flash forwards with that Thrash. It's going to be setting this one up, so clears through into market. A couple of players backside.
Nice. Backside kena.
I don't think you can follow up on this.
No, surely not. I mean, he's being bodyguarded basically by 2 of his teammates, and Forsaken, not sure if that was just trying to follow it up. Patatech takes him out anyway. Hold it into the ground, and still Miniboo left to contain. No gaps left into the play. Monyet will get the gun though.
And Monyet's position here is difficult to root out. The Sage Wall.
2 players not looking, twists and turns. They can't really find themselves an easy kill, but there it is. Okay, toppling. 2 left standing, making just 1 again. Mindfreak. Close to the pillar. Damage definitely done to a few of them. Still how the shot's just landing. So, Investment getting punished here by PRX.
Tuan rumah galak sekali.
I gotta say, I'm so impressed with Boo. The way that he runs these retakes and as the IGL, but also the way that he pats and he uses his utility. You saw his smoke being absolutely crucial in the previous retake. The Paranoia too. This time, as you can see, Rians and Paddy defending Benji. Miniboo comes around the back, and then Boo goes for the re-flanking market too. That's his Paranoia you see there. Onto Monyet. Just making sure that all the gaps are solved. And they don't just have to run into Monyet over and over again.
Kita harusnya ke Madrid gak sih guys? Kita streaming di sana. Ya nggak sih?
Struggle as they might to try to keep guns on board, Heretics are going to be able to stabilize perhaps just a little here, unless the Sheriffs can sing.
Oh, nice.
And for the first time, we see PRX going for more of a defaulty approach. Throwing that knife over towards A.
Lah, gas.
Lah. Did that on the pistol as well, and it ended up
kata gua juga
B group up. It's fairly similar to what PRX are going for again here.
Contacting, removing the first layer.
Gak gas, minta tiketnya. Enak bet, enak. Minta tiket kayak minta cilok, anjir. Oh no, Monyet's very low.
Towards B, but it seems like Heretics have got good awareness of it. Benji Fishy's holding it down just with the rifle.
Oh shit.
Spam damage, no punishment in sight though with a counterplay.
Another one of these rounds.
But they want to play aggressive. Look at this, straight into market. Paranoia, push forward.
Oh shit!
Blinded, flashed up.
Very
to the side.
worst
There's
timing.
no real guns and no real danger towards that cheeky idea, nevertheless.
Sabar, sabar.
I think that was a team flash, though, wasn't it? That was Forsaken's flash that came through and ended up blinding some of the PRX players that were trying to push.
It's feeling a little bit improv towards the back of the site.
Nice try.
Traded, dart,
this.
gliding his way straight to Divine. It points him directly to the target they were looking for.
And look at the confidence on the Heretics players.
We got this,
bro.
They're
not scared to try to take these fights, especially when they can group up together. And I think that's such an important part of what's making Team Heretics flourish on the big stage.
Lagi siap-siap
Remember
untuk
that they
ini
played
militer.
and qualified without dropping a map, but it was all with ping. They had to play online because Rians couldn't get there to play at kickoff in person. So this was their first time, for starters, playing on a stage this big, playing in front of a crowd like this, but also playing on the LAN servers and getting used to that. Does it seem to have made the slightest bit of difference? Nope.
Not at all.
No.
I wouldn't expect it.
There's a lot of talk about, you know, rookies and how they perform when it comes to the big stage like this. But to be honest, there is no clear-cut correlation. New players don't always crumble on the big stage. New players don't always dominate. But Heretics seems to have those kind of people that love to step up to the occasion. Oh yeah. And this is yet another example of what I think is kind of the theme of Masters Madrid, which is the old guard taking on the new upcoming talent. And PRX here representing that old guard. The old gods can fall. Team Heretics took down Na'Vi to be able to get to this point. They qualified over Fnatic, who are not here. They know that these gods can bleed.
Absolutely. Seen it firsthand for PRX. It's been quite some time since they've
Alec
really
gak pakai hoodie.
Oh,
enggak. Panasan kali.
I mean, Champ 2022 comes to mind. PRX are no strangers to it. It's not like they've had dominance throughout their entire existence as an org, but based on the tail end of 2023, there are
Prediksinya
some relatively
Kanjeng
high expectations,
2-1.
I think, leveled against them.
Absolutely.
But for the players, maybe not so
2-1
much. You know,
PRX
they've
ya?
spoken
They said they were playing at a 6 out of 10 compared
6
to
out of
last
10
year.
is what they were rating themselves. And
Yeah.
just kind of going into Madrid, I think, expecting to just have a bit of fun, which is the PRX way of things, a bit of style.
Well, it seems like they're scrimming the BXX at the moment, Brett.
Yeah.
That knife caught all 5 players.
Oh my god, dimajuin gak tuh?
Panatek forwards. That flash is magnificent.
Nice.
The PRX are the ones coming out on top.
And the res, too.
Nice, Dabai.
Already a fast flank. As soon as the knife tagged onto 5, Boo, he's fast behind him. Will he get the punish? Wide
Oh,
round
shit.
is traded.
Nice.
1-for-1.
Yeah.
But
Nice
that's not
trade.
good enough. That just opens up the A side of the map. Can Riens read
5v2
it? Can
easy.
he cut somebody off?
We got this, we
Because
got
otherwise,
this.
this looks like a round all wrapped up already for PRX.
Oh. Live sampai jam
And
berapa?
this
I
really
don't know.
begins
Let's see ya.
because
Oh.
they expect PRX to stop when they get 5-person knife. If you remove all of the abilities from your opponents, you
Nice.
expect them not to keep hitting the W button. And yet PRX, nah.
They don't care.
Nah.
They
So-
do not care.
And that's why that flash timing doesn't quite work. Paddy's assuming that they'll have put a pause
Menurutku
into
di
their
Sunset tuh
play
ya
here.
playmakernya
Let's
si
have a
4
look at
seconds
Riens
sih
and
guys.
Benji though and see if they can recover this.
Enggak.
What to do for them. Now,
Oh shit.
Mindfreak on the flank is actually a wild ways off. He's going to have to work his way out
Oh
through Mythia. There's
god.
one open and
Nice.
still something shuts that
No
down.
timing.
Benji. Last one left to
Nice 4 second. Nice
trade.
trade.
So,
Nice round, nice round.
Brexit
Nice
second
round, guys. Nice round.
And that round, maybe a bit of a preview of things to come if PRX can find a little more success. Because I think one of the biggest ways that PRX are going to find win conditions in this is going to be by disrupting the timings that Heretics want to take.
it's all about the tempo.
Heretics have played against a lot of teams that play quite standard
Nice.
Valorant, where you can find good timings to re-clear, you expect them to
Minus
slow
1
down.
jantung.
The set plays that Heretics go for need a little bit of time and space to set up. And PRX,
Alec,
are they
Alec
going to
bilang
give them that?
ya oke lah.
Unlikely most of the time. Well, Boo. TP close to tiles. He's
Anjir.
holding a flash, but guess what? Mindfreak's already
Off
in
cam
front of
contact.
him. No, it's a smoke as well. He's holding the next layer of it. Mindfreak. Disgusting work, but Miniboo's still active, still kicking. Into the fight.
Oh my
Back out
god,
of there,
flash light.
using the wall.
Oh,
Quite.
nice spray,
Catching on the
Dabai.
heels.
Buset.
Another situation.
PRX harus
again,
menang
Brett,
ya,
where
harus
the
sih, harus
cam
menang.
contact
Kalau
that
enggak
you
mereka
can see
pulang,
them pinging
guys.
out right now doesn't
Beneran
anticipate
real
somebody
makan
going for
nasi
a wide
bungkus.
swing.
Kalau
If that's just a shallow little jiggle to spot anybody
Kalau
in
kalah
mid,
real
the cam
makan
takes
nasi
contact,
bungkus.
paranoia can be used,
Real,
and Team
langsung ke
Heretics
padang
can approach the
sederhana
mid
mereka.
players. But instead, they just swung out fully and
Oh
took
my
the fight.
god,
W
Mindfreak.
Gaming.
So these setups that Heretics are using, not really optimized for the
Peruntukan
pace
tiket kan?
and the aggression that
Enggak.
PRX are going to throw in.
We'll see how they adapt over the course of this series.
Pow.
2v3. Getting that info that everybody's
Literally,
playing towards main there
literally
with the
nasi
arrow
bungkus
theft.
lauk tempe orek real.
Ball broken.
2 suppressed.
One less thing to really worry about
3
here.
suppressed.
Still one hell of a task.
Kalau PRX menang gak sia-sia gue mulut.
Need to rebalance. The Vi's going to be forced out wide. Shots need
Oh,
to be landed
no.
here by Benji. Flash to set it up. Everybody
No,
evacuating. Magnificent! Once more. And everybody topples. Beautiful supportive utility by Panatek.
Are you for real?
Incredible stuff from
Oh
Heretics.
my god!
That's the thing, if you give them the space, if you give them the time, these setups look immaculate. I think we were talking about it when Sentinels played against Team Heretics, that it looked like the two best teams in the tournament playing. Back when you were on the desk for that game.
Bro.
And
Tapi gila banget.
when Heretics are allowed the space to set these things up,
Lihat guys, komsnya
nade
nih.
into the back,
Tuh.
the flash to clear, catches onto everybody. They read them and tell them
Oh
what's
my
happening.
god,
They've already
sick.
set up the game. It just looks so good. And that's why I'm saying the win condition for PRX up as 5.
I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. Aku lelah.
Man sent flying.
Nice out. See?
Its way through, so not have to worry about our setup, but this is a fight towards the back of the side actually. Something has been changed now. Smoke's dropped into the corner. Will they check it? Not quite as a half clearance. He's blocking! He does not care!
Ya bener! Allah.
3 falling.
Astagfirullah.
Hunter's Fury clearing up the remnants. The pit's down, but really
Apa nih?
it's just a matter of
Apalah
time.
ini loh?
You can feel it.
Apalah?
The spare settling.
Ya, kocak.
Red in the bones, tagged up by the drone, no chance.
Oh my god,
Benji
ulti udah
looks
keluar
amazing,
semua, men. Aduh.
It just looks amazing. He was
Anjir.
talking all this tournament about how he wanted to grind his way up through Valorant, didn't want to use his clout to hop onto a top team early.
Aduh.
He really did put in the work in tier 2.
Oh yeah.
Even when he joined this squad,
Aduh,
people
besok
were not
Senin
immediately
lagi.
saying,
Aduh.
superb, instantly. I did not expect
Masya
them to be here in
Allah.
Madrid, but now that they
Nih,
are,
lihat nih. Lihat ke flash.
what is this?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Disgusting
What the
work.
Anticipating
disgusting.
the timing of those players so perfectly to even catch something afterwards.
Cute, but
Nuts. Absolutely nuts. The new era that players like that
ke
are
flash 2
ushering in.
kali. Yalah kocak.
2024 looking exciting for Valorant.
Nyet. Aduh, hati-hati nyet. Time out nggak sih? I don't know.
During this round with Mind Freak, he's managed to work his way in, just walking past us. Does Boo expect it?
Pan.
Believe he must have called it. No, his head's
Nice.
gone. Oh
Depan.
my. Mini Budo returns it with the stun back round
See?
the side, using the wall.
Tuh, dia tuh kayak pemakaian face line-nya.
Still continues to play into this in a
Bagus
one
banget,
done
guys.
angle, but there it is. Thrash.
I don't know
Connection
anymore.
detained yet. Mini Boo's there, so he needs to be protected. Panitek flashed up though. He has to back away into the smoke, and there's the kill. Secured. Follow up.
Nice, Monyet.
Sheriff is online. Monyet. Disgusting work.
Nice.
Everybody just being
One more?
traded out.
Oh shit, not that, not
Benji
this
got
guy
a free
again.
K in the previous
Yeah, nice
All
wall.
of this, he has no great information about where PRX are playing and has to break this wall, giving away exactly what angles he's going to be fighting.
Udah main time aja bang.
PRX not leaving this
Raja
with a
terakhir
chance.
nih bos.
Doubled up, high-low setup, crouch, but they don't know where he might be coming from. Peeking for the info.
Nice.
I was a believer.
That's unreal.
I was a believer for a second, yet it's barely scraped through for PRX.
The metal box ends up being the MVP there for PRX,
My God.
as it took half of the bullet, headed straight for Divide.
Nice
Nevertheless,
monyet,
an
nice
example
banget.
of why PRX's A exec can be so dangerous there.
Nice,
Heretics
nice,
got kind of roped in, pulled in to trying to fight as one player
Bagus
at a
banget
time.
tadi crossfire ya,
Got
gue
put into
beli
bad
nasi bungkus
situation.
ya abis ini. Gitu.
Minion gets caught and they try to bail him out, and then
Mouth reader.
Rians is tempted to swing through the smoke to try to bail the next.
Siapa yang OP?
player
Oh,
out.
something.
And
Gecko
here we
itu
see
OP
Gecko
guys.
finally in
Yeah.
a good enough spot.
Real.
Something to pick up the attack side off.
Isn't that interesting? I mean, they do it a lot.
Ayo we gaming
No matter
guys,
what role
let's
something's
go we
playing,
gaming.
they really
Extra
do
time
favour
sampai
this, just
sahur
trying to
gak
slow the
sih?
rounds down.
OT sampai sahur gak sih guys? Sampai imsak kali ya?
The more you open yourself
OT sampai imsak guys.
re-clearing
Emang pakai bahasa
areas
Indonesia
with
mereka?
flash.
Campur-campur guys.
Danger, yeah.
Nice.
And as the reswing of Boo, it's punished almost
Gitu dong,
immediately.
Ote.
Panatek is forward.
Awas,
Incredibly still
awas.
in front Of the slow.
Mana?
But there was a
The timing.
there was a ping, there was a beep from the Dizzy, so they know that there's someone around.
Yep, using a paranoid. Clear.
Whoa!
That's just pure timing based on that. As the flash
crispy.
comes through.
Woo!
Pixel angle for Rians, not enough to clear the head off one of the bodies. Matt will go down without any problems.
Spike planted.
Whoa! Oh! 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 Oh!
3v4.
What is that? So nasty,
Not
bro.
doable. At some point, might be starting to think about the call to save
Nice,
this now.
man.
Surely, Rians will even be allowed to
What the
exit.
stop,
He makes
okay.
a good go of it. Gotta
Nice.
respect it.
Gila
The players are
banget
still looking
lo.
sharp on Heretics.
Spray transfernya tinggi banget tuh.
Were able to swing so readily there to try to trade out. But it's the 2 picks they get at the start that really open things up. And that was a little unusual from Heretics. They did not read that the op was online here, I don't think.
Oh, nih. Abis ini.
No utility used. Usually
Yang OP ini loh.
are the king of cooking up
Lah,
these
tadi nggak di highlight toh,
set
piye?
plays.
Tadi pada kena flash loh dia. Terus kena.
They're going to take a timeout here. The coaching staff clearly not quite
Si
happy
Bang
with what
Reigns
they saw
ini
in that
dongo
round.
kali
Something
ya,
to do with the way
bukan
that
dongo jelek ya, tapi dongo jago bet jago kata gua.
Into those angles at the start of the round.
Aduh, pelurunya saranya ngeri. Enggak guys, itu namanya spray transfer ya.
Listen, talk about something with this operator.
Itulah yang gua nggak suka dari crossfire sama orang yang bisa nge-aim aja. Yang bisa nge-spray lebih tepatnya.
They really got punished hard, I think, in the EDG match where they just weren't showing presence. They weren't given the opportunity for
Sage
pickups.
adalah kunci. No. KO adalah
Heretics
kunci.
themselves could play more passive.
Dongo
try to play
in
for
a good
retakes.
way, yes. Langsung
Not
time out
sure
gitu
that would be
TK.
the best strategy though. PRX have been known to mix in some of those contacting plays, especially in the rounds where they have the op online.
I see burst fire ya, 2 kali kena semua. Berarti hoki gak sih? Hoki apa gimana? I don't know.
Ready to go
Mid,
with
kenapa
another
sekarang
null
something
command.
memakai skin? Karena
So that could end up being
pengen
quite
aja nggak
important
sih?
here. We've
Tapi
seen
emang dia tuh kan
PRX
suka
leading
RGX
very
kan?
heavily at the start of this
Dia suka
half,
skin RGX kan?
and now swapping over to mostly
Mungkin
doing
udah
AX
jenuh kali.
skills.
Atau mungkin dia sudah sudah menemukan buff
The option now
memakai
going
skin gitu.
pretty rapidly into B once more.
Something
As
lagi
we did
wangi
last
nih.
time they had the op.
Bagus. Skill itu.
Final that prime
Skill,
conditioning,
I
but
see.
action speed probably
Gila
not the
sih,
name of the
I want
game.
that skill so bad.
Something opping. Said.
Nah,
sights towards
Kuronami
mid.
mau. Aku
Flash play to set up early on so Minibu can get onto
Damn.
that.
Dimajuin nggak tau
Minor
Minibu
side
nih,
angle,
lihat nih
sets
orang
himself
gila
up
ini nih.
nicely.
Toxic filing.
Didn't show presence.
Yeah, and if something wanted to get set up with the operator over towards A, then that would make it a little more difficult for him. But instead, Device
mendingan
escorting something up mid.
Daripada lewat mid.
And these players that were
Aduh,
falling
mid back
away
banget
from
lagi,
A
ngumpul nggak tuh?
could have fallen prone to it. Instead, here comes the B split.
Nice.
Hello.
Benji's still offline.
2 different directions. So, all being
Nice.
used to clear out through market on top of the
Oh,
wall.
no.
Anticipating
Great read.
Rians. Nasty business. Nasty shot. Mosh in through the back.
Oh
just the
no,
slightest of
yo, what the hell?
Something's head's gone clean off, rolling off the shoulders here through the back of the site. Once more paranoia, but no, doesn't expect the deeper angle. Minipoo just playing so passively there, patiently, making sure he guards all the available openings. Munyet forwards now, he knows he has to take risks. There's a slight gap, he's seen the cross. But there's a lot more to do here, needs a bloody miracle.
Oh,
There's
nice.
one.
Nyet.
Can he get any more? 6 bullets left. Smoke fading. Paranoia just in time.
Oh, shit.
They're tracing and chasing down the fight. Mindfreak,
nice.
he's there. Battle
Nice.
taken up close and personal. Headshots found, but still 11 HP. Munyet, he can't do it. They know he's low.
Oh,
It takes a few straight
nice
bullets.
try. Nice try. Nice try,
A lot
nice
of
try.
danger in
It's
that
alright,
round too,
bro.
despite the fact that a couple were picked off over
See,
the
guys.
market.
Maunya tuh ya kalau pakai Omen, dia tuh pede maju-maju.
You could see the
Dia
anticipation
pede
with the
ngambil
way that
space.
Divide pushed into market there. They were so
See?
ready for that swing on top of the Sage wall.
Tapi
Here it
bagus
is from
banget
Rians
kok,
again.
bagus
As soon
banget.
as the wall goes up,
Still
cross
nice
gets
round,
adjusted.
but nice
And this,
try.
the Mosh is thrown to try to set up the Mosh paranoia
Pokoknya diambil
and
ya.
try to put pressure and fight really aggressive for Boba and stop Team Heretics
Ya,
going for
Gekko
that
itu
retake
OP, guys.
style. And instead, it just exposes something's head for a fraction of a moment. And that's enough for
Kira
Heretics
jam
to get
1.
an even larger
Enggak,
player out.
tadi FPX sama
That
Lout itu
operator, now in
2-0.
hands of the defending
Ya,
Sova.
Lout menang lah ya, sudah pasti.
Okay.
So if you haven't got enough of your initiator op from something's attack side,
Oke, dari
have a look
main.
at this one from Rians.
Wah, ini Mindfreak ketahuan nih
I mean,
ngelak
it's
nih.
great openings. Rians is only just getting onto the line though. Nade into the corner. That's to move some of those unbreakable trips.
Pokoknya kalau main
Only gets
Valo
rid of
tuh ya
one.
guys.
Wall up once more.
Kita
Rians
tuh
get the pick. Eyes off
Oh,
the shot
nasi
though.
Reigns nggak tuh yang pakai OP.
Man, fully revealed, spamming it through. Stop
What the
it.
hell?
The damage done with the Hunter's Fury. Has to be
Okay.
an escape from Munye. He will TP just to the side
Oh,
to
no,
narrowly
pas
avoid it.
hilang lagi.
But this has thrown a lot of
Oh.
chaos into the mix. Lovely shock dart.
Maunya.
And it all really relies on Mindfreak. He's in mid right now. Someone's going to be watching him though. Mosh pit into the corner. Does Benji survive? He's pushed out wide. Mindfreak and something. They both get it with the res online. Suddenly,
Nice
it's player
res.
advantage. It's flipped onto the other side of things. Heretics. We don't know which way to look
Nice,
towards right now because Mindfreak is deep within the spawn. They have to try and contain this one. Plug the gaps.
ketemu nih.
And what he set up, but he's big retake
Belum enggak.
executes. Still 37 seconds. They've got the
Nice
spike back and they're running all the way over
Nice
towards
dapat.
A. I mean, it is just pure
Ayo ke A.
mayhem
Yuk,
in Madrid.
ayo. Aduh, udah
That
kena.
one is
Udah kena.
bizarre.
Oh, enggak, never mind.
We're watching the fight as it happens in mid,
Let's go.
and two players in
Planting A.
backside went for a swing on defense and both fell at the exact same time the res went up. Now, from our perspective, I can't tell whether the res baited the swing out, and that was a really nice coordinated play, or whether Team Heretics just ended up trying to face that, and it offered an opportunity for Divide to get the res.
Maybe just facing with Benji getting pushed out
Tapi
by
nggak
the
bisa
mosh pit.
nge-heal gitu.
Yeah.
Having to
Kasihan
protect him, you know,
something.
maybe just
super possible.
stand the ground, see if they can survive by just taking the fight with more players. But it's left just Minibu reeling. This one has to save. Force back with the rifle. I mean, a really odd round. Just those strange timings being thrown into it.
And actually, Device Resurrect getting really large value the 2 times that it's been used. It's not often you say that about a Sage ult. Use it backside. You have the kill in mid.
So it's just a battle on multiple fronts.
Hello,
Final
I'm
round
back.
now, this first half.
Sudah.
Big ult online.
Refresh ya.
Rush for something.
Refresh ya.
Will be opted to use this.
Dimajuin nggak tuh? Konslak.
The paranoia. All offloaded.
Keren.
And 3 players found.
Control, yeah, with that knife.
Gila, majuin untuk 1 orang guys.
So
Gas ke A.
the fast reaction
Gas
into A,
lewat
which is where
ini nggak
Benji's
sih?
playing.
Lewat link nggak sih?
With a kill trip and a vandal.
Yeah, kill trip and a vandal, but the thrash surely clears the way here, spotting multitude of targets forwards into
Gas
the
ke A.
Trips, he's waiting for it, the right time to strike, but Nade pushes him away. The plant is online, out in the open. Strange with a post-plant scenario, but plenty of angles.
Here it is.
The same wall being played. Now they should be aware of this, yet it still gets value with the flash setup. All online, and yet it's not cleared off this angle just yet. Still wants to play up top.
That's nasty!
Aggression Divide.
That's nasty! Monyet, gila! Nice!
Flawless for the final round here of our first half.
Love that setup, dude. They got Divide even pushing a link.
Nice, gila, itulah bro. Nice half, nice half, nice green wall. Iyo, lihat nih. It's so nasty, bro.
So the best map of both these teams, arguably.
Gila.
Match. I mean, who knows what we got in store for the second.
Davai and Monyet MVP di match yang tadi guys, di round yang tadi guys.
Oh, they are loving it.
Gila.
They are loving it. Just here.
Coach Alek janjian orek tempe itu.
Absolutely ridiculous so far. Still on the floor. Let's send it down to Mika. She's standing by.
See?
The special guest.
Sumpah, Cahya tuh berani banget dia pakai omen. I don't know, I just
very special guest. We have Maxwell here, and we can hear the crowd roaring. This is electric.
Apa Maxwell?
The match so far is insane. I think that PRX is playing really well. It's the best matches of both teams.
Kok bisa kepikiran di situ ya? Bisa aja. I mean, why not? Why not? Why not?
Both teams are playing at their best, so I'm enjoying it a lot.
Bentar ya guys, ini dulu, alt tab dulu, biar seru. Kalian persiapan sahur kah? Jangan lupa sahur ya teman-teman. Apa nih menunya nih malam ini? Apa nih menu sahur malam ini apa guys?
I think playing against PRX for the first time is maybe more scary, but after you see them playing once, I think Team Heretics has a more complete style. So I think I would rather play against PRX than Heretics.
Masih jam berapa weh, udah sahur aja ya? Enggak, siapa tahu sudah mempersiapkan. Aku mimit duit abis beli kapsul PRX, wah tidak apa-apa. Demi M yang bagus ya. Game apa ini? Ini Mobile Legends enggak? Canda. Valorant. Menu hari ini buat with PRX. Gas. Gas kata gua juga, gas. Masakan kantin. Grimo approve. Yes, approve.
And just enjoy the moment because the crowd is cheering for you, something like that.
Jam 3 Mit biasanya nyiapin makanan, I see. Betul Mit, sebelum beli aku plat 3, setelah beli jadi gold 2. Vamos! Baiklah, vamos.
Maxwell's got a future, I think, in crowd work as well. I mean, this guy knows.
Aku sahurnya jam 7 Mit, nah itu beda. Monyet orang Indo apa Mit? Yes, orang Indo. Orang Indo di sini Monyet, main freak sama 4 second ya. Jason dan Aaron. Jason itu 4 second, Aaron itu main freak. Monyet itu Cahya. Tuh, lihat apa? Lihat topreknya siapa? Emang. Let's go Cahya. I believe in you. Oh my god, very low.
Gonna fight straight to them. Many targets to face him, but guess what? His team's got his back. There were to follow up. Finally, something now with a reposition. Doesn't really want his back open to that spot. Wingman being broken down.
Look how reluctant PRX are to actually rotate fully over to A.
Nice, Davai.
They find the lurk there.
Bah.
Team Heretics had a 3v1
Kalah sama
on A
klasik
side
gak tuh?
for like the last 20 seconds.
Klasiknya
And
sama.
they paused, allowing opportunities for PRX to come back into this.
Oh, the space. Look at this.
Itu lagi tercahaya-cahaya enggak guys? Aku lagi nyemangatin Cahaya guys. Soalnya dia
holding hands. They
He's
don't
doing
want to
good.
leave any mistakes open here. Divine.
Missed the
He misses
timing.
it, the timing.
Does Mindfreak look left?
Oh my
Does he
god.
look left? Yes, he does, and he spots a hole. The two
Nice!
targets once more. There's one falling.
Let's
Boo.
go. You got
Down
this.
and out, but now they know it's B. Jig is up.
And
They're
these
gonna move
players,
on.
they are going to get crunched here. I mean, Mindfreak's going to be coming behind at the same time as
Market yang
pressure
jagain
is
tuh.
applied through Market. This is going to be so tough for Heretics.
He's got the dart. But seriously, man, this is just wide out into the open. Ghost moment certified there.
Nice
Pissed
round.
around. Another one
Nice
for
round.
PRX.
They're going to be kicking themselves for that
Nggak tahu
decision
Fujikun.
after managing to find 2 picks at the beginning and setting themselves up with such an advantage, deciding to put that pause into the round.
Nice, nice.
As soon as Benji gets picked off, you lose all info and control over the rest of the map. And PRX, it is so unusual to see a team still playing 1-1 and 1
Pow.
after Elbow's been destroyed. But yeah, ended up working perfectly for PRX. Anticipation perhaps of that pause coming through. They were not scared.
It's all smiles, man. They really are just here to have a good time.
Dia mah di jam
Live
shot.
their own expectations. Here's a deep knife.
You can do this, guys.
With the dizzy.
Nice
I
lineup.
mean,
Nice one way.
where do you think the Heretics
Nice
players
banget
are?
monyet, sub.
But more than a good guess.
You got this, you got this.
Just holding,
Berisik amat
expecting
dah.
Maybe just that re-clearance, re-push.
Ya, crowdnya berisik bet berisik.
When we saw PRX playing up against EDG, when PRX were on the defense side,
Tawa tuh
aside of the
Sumanto.
pistol and the follow-up, they only won 2
Oh,
of the
Susanto.
rifles.
Oh, let's go!
So,
Oh my
these are
god!
absolutely plastered. It remains to be seen how they're gonna get it done.
Hey yo, what?
Once rifles are
Hey
on board.
yo! Hey, let's
They
go!
struggle. Even though they're 8-6 in the lead right now, you need to see it working in
Sumanto
rounds
buff.
where
Oh my
Team
god.
Heretics can fight back.
Iya anjir.
There
Gila
is only
banget.
one player on the other side of things still with light armor. That's Rian.
Anjing.
As we
Bang,
head into the
bang.
next round.
Hehehe.
Satan's Outlaw
Alek
is
full
gonna struggle to get a
senyum.
little bit of value.
Alek full senyum.
Respect being showcased here. For Heretics,
Alek full
trying to spread default.
senyum.
A rapid take of B main control is what's called
Oh,
the
no.
Bulldog. Well, just all bark,
Weapon
no
diff?
bite there. Loses
weapon
out
diff.
dual mini. Boo, this guy.
Outrageous.
He's just ripping him to shreds.
That's so strong. I mean, aim punched as well by the Bulldog in the
Kay,
first
lihat
fight.
fast line-nya, Kay.
Okay, well, weakened enough though. Forsaken does get
That was a
with the
good
outlaw.
fast
Tagged out
line.
by it.
Or
Lost it
entry.
forwards. Still got the plan down, by the way. Being pushed back.
You got this,
Trying to get
bro.
everybody to get that time, but finally it
Oh
goes
no, yang market
through
baik
the
banget.
window with the dizzy up over the top, but no connections. Now the paranoia and a flash underhanded to clear it forward. Positions,
Nice,
no
cool,
way.
something.
They're going to start winning this one out surely. Not Heretics doubled up. Close to the wall. Rian's
got
side by
this.
side him and
Let's
Benji
go.
Fishy, but a position of being squeezed.
Oh shit.
How are they
Oh
managing
no,
that?
nice try.
They just win both the
Nice
duels
try,
in
nice try,
that
nice try.
situation.
Nice try.
PRX had their pick of the
Gak apa
time.
guys, saatnya buy. Anjir, lihat tuh. Lihat. Something beli apa?
Something managed to turn
Keren.
a double face into a 1v1, got the kill.
Lihat tuh.
Mythia killed somebody.
Mythia Demon One tim mana? Energy. Tapi dia nggak lolos guys.
Look at that kill through the aim punch.
Oh sheesh.
Utilizing the flash to force his opponent into the corner and then the recon.
Gecko itu OP guys. Ya, Gecko itu OP
The
guys.
illumination on his opponent. Good response, right when they needed it. Something has picked up the operator.
Onyed's gone
Nice monyet,
Okay.
gila banget tuh. Beda banget tuh dia di sini.
Things into a bit of
Gimana
disarray.
nggak lolos,
There's
nggak
deep
lolos.
smoke. This was placed down early. I mean, Heretics, they've cooked this one up. They were pinging it out just into the pre-round, but they've all got to contain. PRX following through with it, and Mindfreak's there.
Nice.
They've just got to watch for. Top mid, spike drop down. Rian's
Nice, gila monyet. What?
Round finish.
Loh, panas gini ya.
Team Heretics are going to go for that mid play quite a lot, where they smoke the right side of mid. and apply
Nice
some pressure.
banget
Sometimes it's
Cahaya,
gonna be
gila
fake,
banget
sometimes it's real.
tuh.
And
Panas
PRX there
banget lo dia.
threatened like they were just going to walk through the smoke. And that
We
actually
got
pulled the
this, we
crosshair
got this,
away
boys.
quickly enough for Miniboo.
Menyala
The PRX were able
bro.
to find really easy timings, even if they hadn't taken down Boo.
Monyet
beginning,
mode
like an
sahur.
absolute freebie. I think PRX had a great protocol for what to do against that. And you can see the market pressure got dealt with instantly. Just a wall in the face of the drone. And that is such a difference to the way that, for example, Sentinels.
Seseorang kasih dia pisang.
Here's that same smoke again. Like I said, Heretics love this kind of setup. Smoke, instead of blooming in mid, just cuts off one side of it. Stops any crossfire setup. But it's not always going to be real pressure.
Deep pop angle as well. Something.
Sih. Aduh, monyet sendiri weh.
Mid-round information. Monyet's the really one in danger. Yeah, here it is. I mean, the jiggle peak for information gets the head clean off.
Gotta be honest with you, I didn't even see.
Nice press line banget untuk ke elbow, lihat apa? Oh, god damn, bro.
Seiken now gonna be tucking Cow.
Ini map pick PRX, yes.
And he's got it.
Of course lah.
In form of Devi. Top round the guns. Set mini boo up for success. Flash repeat, and it is good.
Nice
Damage
Devi. Astaghfirullahaladzim.
Fury negated.
Nice.
Yeah, beautiful work there with the ult. He was tagged up. He was the one who was really in danger of going down. Here, tagged up by the cam, backing away.
Mereka rotate, guys.
A lot of chaos strewn into the mix. One player.
Can Boo dodge it? Yeah. Does that make a difference? Does he perhaps call them back over towards A?
Nice banget suppressnya.
Oh
my god!
Why does he expect it?
Aaron?
Yes,
Aaron?
he does. Mind freak. Unrelenting from the spot. Won't give anything away. Boo. Earns the ult, but no time left, surely. 15 seconds left. Is he really going to make a go of this one? He's getting the move on. Listen, I know he's got the new knife set, but it doesn't actually make you move any faster. 9 seconds. He wants to go for it. 7 seconds. Shut down.
Gila!
Predicted, dealt with.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my
Little
god.
disappointing the way that Heretics
oh my god.
there, just one at a time.
Oh my god.
Instead of trying to get somebody posted.
Gila.
There are multiple angles there that need to be covered. This play, though, great idea from Forsaken. Really nice punish of that ultimate being used, but it's this moment I'm worried about. Paddy is just kind of looking at the wall.
Ganteng banget, Cok.
Sets up a dart.
Iya, kamu tampan sekali, Bang Aaron. Oh!
Nevertheless, PRX are squeezing away. And I was setting expectations for this defense half based on what we saw when PRX played against EDG. Right? And we saw that the defense half, actually, they weren't able to get those rounds on the board very easily. But here, it's looking great at dealing with what Heretics have. There's been clear improvement and awareness of the kind of things that Heretics want to do. That mid play in particular.
Had the right answers.
Oh, yeah.
And this is now the final timeout for the Heretics coaches to try to have some of their own.
Lebih lama dong kameramen, gimana sih?
And we're pretty far away from the finish line. It'd have to be another 6 rounds.
Ya iyalah, Vin. Tuan rumahnya, bro. Tuan rumahnya, bro.
To be able to get the win here. And
coba kalau di Indo, beda kali.
Maxwell's mouth earlier on, he said the winner on Sunset is probably going to win
Godnya Valo menurut kamu itu siapa?
Now, I think Heretics still has win possibilities on Lotus and Split, but if Heretics end up getting stomped here,
Mid tuh sama PRX gak dikasih duit buat ke Madrid. Tahu nih gimana sih? Gak bercanda. Bercanda. Something to OP, guys.
Here it is fast. Through with the paranoia.
Suppressed.
Through into elbow now with the dart.
Ada sih.
A couple of waves of that util, making sure all of it is clear, but it's given up entirely for the retake. PRX looking happy for it.
Kamu
and this comp is really good at retaking too. You have a lot of utility to throw out. Between the Gecko, the KO, and the Paranoias, it can be overwhelming.
One-way smoke blocks up one yet, so he can't actually fight into that angle. Still, a chance for Devi. He's not smoked off at all.
Oh no, very low.
Damage
nice.
Done, but still hits the head. Here, traded forwards, detained into the corner. Left cowering. Forsaken. Can't adjust the aim in time. It's good movement from Brians, but he will fall.
Something.
Man sent flying cage in his face. Something not to be deterred.
Aggro banget.
Set that one up out through elbow.
I think Boo just spotted the tip of the operator there.
Lucky Boo.
Now it's been called. A bit of a pause. Pump the brakes. Wait, it's out. Smoke online. Mind freak.
I know exactly.
I'm guessing it's the right timing. Wants to take it with the forwards there. No danger with the mosh pit. Second burst and a neural theft as well. So the position is revealed. The shot fired off. Something.
He's so fast.
He's hoping to take a rapid reposition, isn't he? Yeah.
He will have to slow down a little just to check these positions. And the longer he takes, the more Heretics should start to think about different angles. Here, Boo gets smoke over towards A-Link, allows Benji to hold.
Tangan gue dingin.
Angle now, it all comes down to this one angle and one fight shot going wide. Repositions back together. Doubled up. There should be no danger in this round. Should be no danger at all. Should be no danger at all, he says still.
And look at something. He knows it's over. Scratching his head, forced to try to save and reposition. Perhaps even a little frustration. I don't know how, but he seems to expect himself to hit shots like that. But it's going to be Heretics getting it up to 8. As something escapes with the operator.
Nice round, nice round.
There was...
It's okay, it's okay. Nice round.
There were plenty of moments where that could have gone wrong. Another situation, actually, where Miniboo is still able to get the entry going. Despite the fact that he's been shot at by an opponent. He's like already so weak by the time he manages to land that kill on Divine. Is that a little nod of respect for how good the entry was, or is he?
Boleh juga. Teori diem mid. Ya, coba diem dah.
Looking to set up an early
Abang, lucu banget dah, Abang.
Often there's going to be a cam with a paranoia to go off cam info, but Benji's over towards B.
Iya, OP-nya pakai skin tumben kan. Tadi Vandalnya dia juga pakai RGX.
Didn't like the look of things early on.
Lu juga budak-budak nih.
Inside Mind Freak's pit could end up being useful at some point.
Bisa yuk.
Oh, well.
Cahya, I believe in you, Cahya.
Taking down all the kit here. Mosh pit held. Ready for some sort of play to punish.
Lagi semangat banget guys buat Cahya guys.
Not a clue.
It's for an elbow retake. They're going to throw that in paranoia, I think, if Mythia can get this and get out.
Not expect them to be up there. I mean,
jangan overhit Cahya.
At least in terms of the timings that he was taking inside his head.
Yeah, the fact that there isn't a piece of utility for anybody that could be holding close there, I was really expecting the paranoia to be coming through, but he just ran it down.
There are large holes, and that knife gives good information. Minimum 2 players tagged up by it. Something's got the op. If they walk onto this line, they could be in danger. Now Heretics do have util. Yeah, underhanded flash forwards. Ult sent flying, still the shot will connect. Drops Padatek down to his knees. King Forsaken. You are absolutely nuts for that. He needs some help and he needs it fast. Another shot missed and going wide forwards with the rifles. Claiming the territory, claiming the ground. Slow orb, bounding. The options are so damn limited. Where the hell is this one going? He's out wide into the open. Rians. Peeking into it. Footsteps heard. Another shot missed. Res online here. Wall in their faces. Res now here. Towards the back of it with something going. Down. Spray. Just can't be managed. Can't be wrangled. Forward in time. Mindfreak. 2v2. Turns it into it here. Still with the op. Sends him out. Wingman flying.
Oh no.
Falling. That was the only rifle player. But now the upgrade. At least the side grade picked up. Something's here. Still. It's a lot to handle. A lot to manage. Doesn't know the positions. Miniboo's playing really the safety at the back of the side. So yeah, just got to give it up once more. Another round win here for Heretics.
Nice try.
And Boo and Miniboo they'll give their lives for it over towards the end of the round.
Nice try.
Both of them played that situation beautifully. It's their duels that end up making the difference.
Time out lah. Mari kita lihat.
Boo was the only player ready to stop them. Here, this duel. Had Devi got that, it's curtains. And Miniboo on the other side held down a really important push from
Gitu sih guys, something kalau first ballet udah nggak kena.
Where Boo and Miniboo are holding angles, they get the duel win, and it pushes them across the line with the player advantage. None of the fancy set play stuff. Just guns out gaming.
Astaga.
You know, maybe one day, bro. We'll see Excura on this team as well, and we can have the Susana brothers playing up against the Boo brothers.
Rusuh bet rusuh.
come back.
Gak apa-apa, PRX, aku dari rumah, aku mendukungmu. Aku dari rumah.
I've seen the streams of his younger brother.
There is an older Boo brother as well.
Listen, just get them all involved, man. Just have a family reunion on the big stage.
Yeah, get Golden Boy to cast it like his WWE.
He would love that.
Oh my God!
Absolutely, he's looking at me, he's nodding. He would love that.
Is that the Susano brothers music? I mean, it would go crazy. But what a game we've got here. Both of these teams wrestling with each other, trying to figure out the ways to be able to get past different setups. That round,
aku di sini, aku mendukung kalian. Ayo.
Offered that pick at the
Yuk,
very
bisa
beginning,
yuk.
over through elbow.
Yuk bisa yuk.
With Monyet just kind
Abis
of running it
ini
down.
mapnya Lotus
That's part
ya.
of a set play, right? But it does make Monyet look a
We
bit
got
silly
this,
at the
guys.
moment. And now the economy, not in a great spot for PRX. Team Heretics favored.
Tapi
to tie this one
menurutku
back
ya,
up.
PRX
Absolutely anybody's game on
yang di
Sunset.
game ini bagus mainnya.
Oh, Flash. Just walking to set it up with the dart against the back of things. So nobody holding close towards B. Delayed knife. Good info. Surely gathered.
Yeah, and that
Kedua
I
doang
think is
juga.
going to cancel the hit.
Ngeflank tuh bertiga tuh.
Everybody's pushed though from PRX. Look at this.
I think Heretics think this is a B stack. I am not sure they're going to anticipate 3 players being pushed out A here. You know, when it's quiet on B, but you end up getting knifed, and there's a smoke in your face, you think, okay, they're going to start rotating here to stack the site, and it's only really Boo and Benji
Algin,
watching
welcome.
behind.
Iya. Mangga. Dari mana
Things
kamu?
here should be somewhat
habis
safe,
belanja ya?
but they're stuck in B main right now. And the timing.
Push off the angle, finally noise being made. Nade going, flying forward.
Nice, something.
He wins his fight with the duels. At least with the rifles.
Aduh. Set.
It's traded out. Falls, and another pause put into the play here with 45 seconds left. What do they choose to do? Forsaken, ADS. Trying to be a bit of a demon with it here. Flash forwards as well, no connection from it. They are really stuck in place, finding it difficult to get through any of this stunts now. Flying and rip forwards with the wall on top of it. The entire team decides it. We're going to take backside, we're going to take it now. Together, brute force is the goal. That plant down now into the post, even just stepping forwards into Boba. Divine didn't have a rifle in his hands, but at least Forsaken does still. Looking for the wraparound. Players, plenty of them, ready for the targets here. Heads could pop.
Nice,
heads
Forsaken.
Clean off. Still watching, and damage low enough. One shot in the chamber,
Monyet.
Monyet!
Ah!
It.
Gila!
Holy.
Monyet! Cahaya! Gila, monyetku bersinar, bro! Gila, jantungan deg-degan cuy. Deg-degan aja. Nih nyet pisang nih, pisang nih, nih, pisang nih. Nih, aku kasih pisang, bro. Aduh, nice banget.
Do we commit to site? All right. In the end, with 35 seconds left, they decided to go towards the site. But even then, once they got to Boba, they didn't commit forwards. They went back towards the site and allowed themselves
Keep that confident yet. Oh my god, so good. Itulah.
I mean, you could just see how uncomfortable that was from the Heretics' point of view. And frustration in the
Gue kalau main di kandang mikir gini enak banget ngalahin mereka di kandang mereka, muka kecewa pendukung mereka asik banget. Tapi pressure-nya gak main-main. Ya iyalah. Pressure-nya gila sih. If only aku di sana, aku udah teriak paling kenceng. Kok Arun? Semangat gitu. Aku udah pasang banner sendiri guys, pasang spanduk gede sendiri gitu. Pecel lele PRX. Jangan pecel lele di sana. Oh shit. What a good idea.
Sheriff kills still cleared out.
Nice.
Escape with the ult. Looking for it. 3 versus 3 though. Still that danger there. Backside again. Cool made. Walking up for now. Miniboo, Padatech, anything to set this up? No, Yuto, they just want to take it. Raw aim, raw gunfights. Rian's last one forward.
Nice. Forsaken. Gila, let's go. Let's go.
Forsaken shuts that down. So up to 12 now for PRX.
Forsaken did everything he possibly could in that round just to get them up to map point.
We got this, we got this.
For the first peak. His teammates fumbled it.
Oh my god,
He's
Monyet.
there, the safety
Emang
net, the backbone of
lu
the team.
pakai Omen tuh udah terbaik tuh gak sih? Come on.
I don't think he was the best player for this team during kickoff, but at Madrid, he's given us that classic Forsaken performance.
Kan sudah aku bilang, main powernya di sini tuh Forsaken guys.
All of these really big rounds.
Bukan masalah aimnya ya. Mungkin lebih ke
so up to map point, PRX
utility usage. Forsaken tuh bagus banget.
With a stack on the A site. Team Heretics might be set up for a fast play
themselves.
Seru
banget liatnya. Ayahnya. We got this line, nice lineup. Aduh monyet.
Deep onto the angle, deep onto the line.
Oh, mereka mundur.
That particular spot, but still he's there. Fakes the TP, forwards of a slow orb. They have funneled them now.
Akhirnya dipakai tuh ulti, tahu kemana.
Down, luckily. Player remaining behind, just enough to break it.
Team Heretics, they do that same smoke in mid, and they have options here. Do you try to put some pressure in mid? Do you try to put some pressure in market?
Gita, maaf ya.
Playing passively
Seru aja.
middle of the map, but actually getting a lot of information on the extremities. B main, A main, held by Mindfreak and Divine.
We got this.
On the precipice now.
Ya nggak boleh kalah ini.
Of course, but when it slow down to this,
Nggak boleh kalah
could
ini.
happen.
Jangan sampai ada yang keculik sih.
Going for walking straight down towards it. Paratex
Nice,
there to
something.
trade. Miniboo fast on the response.
Aduh, 4 second.
With the drone, it just fades away and breaks. Forsaken is out wide. Just round the
Aduh.
angles, walking for the mid round. It's Mythia out into mid.
Man,
Lost.
really?
Man's just in the source here. Devi forwards, looks to just reclaim some of that ground here. Maybe a kill might do it. Maybe it might, but still Team Heretics are too disciplined. Well drilled. They do not want to let it slip now.
Di B lagi.
4v1.
Eta berisik banget dah. Aduh.
The PRX have got. This round was so bizarre.
Oh no.
PRX really scrambled by the slower pace. Team Heretics didn't put anybody on the outer wings of the map, grouped up in mid, and just waited for PRX to push for information. But what confuses me a little bit, Bren, is they already
Kenapa
had
aku
good
dengernya
info
Jin
over towards A main and
Senpai?
B main.
Jin Senpai.
They knew that nobody
Jin
was trying to
Senpai.
actually take space in A main. You know, after the drone came through, one of them could have broken it, maybe set up some play to.
Ini nggak ada pelanggaran ya, nggak ada lah. Karena ini
clear of mid. Twice.
Ini tuan rumah, guys.
Once with something and then once with Mythia, I believe it was afterwards.
Ya biasa nih, udah mulai nggak sabar, tinggal satu lagi
A lovely
kan.
lifeline for Team Heretics to grasp hold of. There are still 2 chances here for PRX to be able to close out map 1.
Been hammering on about how important this initial map is. You know, Sunset, one of the best maps for both of these teams. And even Mixwell as well in that
Cahaya,
halftime.
kamu mau
Talking
pisang
about
lagi
it. Whoever
kah?
wins map 1, he reckons will win the entire
Aduh.
series. That's just how important it is. You can feel it. Tensions are running high here. The new guard versus the old guard. Chances slipping away despite the early beginnings to the series.
Now Team Heretics have seen that PRX have begun stacking the A site at the start.
Ayo guys, emot pisang guys, let's go. Ayo guys, spam emot pisang guys.
Miniboo's not there, so that entry power.
Emot pisang guys.
What's with the timing?
What's going on here?
Cam broken. They want to try and fight this one forward. Seal.
They missed Benji.
They're weaving in and out of the smokes. Yeah, this is just a
kamu.
confusing round all in all. Miniboo, he's through market. It's a walk through the window, man. He's already worked his way through and stuns up. Connects. Might break. He's still stunned. Hunter's Fury though. Connection wide here. Something back into it. It's chaos, man. Pure chaos. But can you expect anything less?
We got this. One more.
Born in it, molded by it. Benji left to pick up the pieces and maybe forge something out of it, but it's a triple face. You do not stand, you fall
GG.
against this team.
Let's go.
Map 1 goes entirely
Let's
away.
go.
In classic PRX fashion, the final round. The thrash.
Nice first round though. Ih, abang.
Follow up on Miniboo.
Halo Renita, welcome.
One team looks like
Emot pisang for the win.
Stuck inside the smoke,
Iya, ada cosplay fit. Cakep banget.
Bails them out.
An insane map 1.
Minus 1
but
jantung.
Plenty more to go. Do not go anywhere. You know you're not going to miss it.
Iya, minum dulu. Ada gila guys. Rusuh kata gua. Ntar lo guys, kita BGM dulu. BGM dulu gila. Minum. Teman-teman. Harap tenang, minum yang belum minum ya. Harap tenang. Minum dulu. Oke. Goblok. Aduh. Salah pencet gak tuh gua? Minum dulu. Bentar ya guys, aku cek HP dulu guys. Aku cek HP dulu. Gua klip sih yang monyet sheriff tadi. Wah gila sih, monyet save the day bro. He plays so good this round. Guys, mau nanya dong guys. Kalian kalau misalnya kalian lebih susah nahan lapar, nahan aus atau nahan horny? Nahan emosi, real. Nggak salah. Nahan berak, real. Pertanyaan macam apa? Biar nggak gabut guys. 2 menit loh. Jadi kita free talk dulu 2 menit guys. Why am I just here? A question maybe. Urut paling susah sih, no debat. Iya kah? Kalian yang kerja terus bisa kah? Sampai melek aku. Cia, kamu harus melek terus, Cia. Nahan agar tidak sakit hati, real. Lebih susah nahan maling. Itu agak, kamu kriminal ya, saya lapor polisi ya. Bahas teori bumi data air mit. Enggak akan kelar. Nah, gue pagi kuliah malam kerja. Wah, pantesan. Guys, aku tuh akhir-akhir itu lagi beser guys, tau gak sih? Minum terus minum. Setelah buka puasa langsung minum yang banyak ya. Jadinya aku ini terus guys, beser terus. Zafran Bimo, welcome, thank you for subscribing. By the way, kita udah berapa ini subscribernya? Udah mau 900 guys, gila banget. Kalau sampai 900 gila banget kalian. I'm so proud of you guys. Nahan agar tidak berak habis sahur, I see. TH tim apa Mit? TH itu tim Europe ya. Nggak tahu dari mana. Tapi ini tuan rumah sih, Madrid berarti. 856. Oh, I see. Santai Mit, gue pas puasa gini teori wudhu 3 kali, kumur-kumur keluar 2 kali. Miti datar? No, I'm not. What do you mean? TH itu kalau kalah 10 per second naik ke atas meja tuh kayak gila banget. Capek kencing setelah sahur, Mit real. Emang lu susah nahan apa, Mit? Nahan untuk tidak berkata kasar, nah itu susah. Miti kentut gak sih? The fuck? Ya enggak lah, vtuber emang bisa kentut. Ya, vtuber gak bisa kentut, gak bisa berak ya, gak bisa guys. Gas 1M face reveal Keigo. Yang 1M gua, yang face reveal Keigo. Goblok. Anime masa kentut. Ya anime gak bisa kentut guys. Aduh gimana ini, piye toh? Udah guys. Gas. Gas kata gue.
I'm standing right now with Coach Alex. Alex,
oh my God, panutanku.
I gotta say I was sweating and I pretty much feel like the rest of Pacific was too. At what point do you feel like the
gue
tide
nggak
is
apa-apa
turning
sih.
in your favor at that map?
Tapi deadline-nya akhir bulan ini. Yo, kurang ajar loh. Gue face reveal. Waduh, serius tuh. Oke.
Monyet won his 1v1 with a sheriff against.
Jir, Omagah, Keigo.
They won this for his confidence, in ours as well. So that's probably the most crucial point of the game.
Well,
I
think Pacific's awake now, so let's see if you guys can close it out.
Kan udah ada versi 3D-nya. Nah, kan gue belum. Kelar tuh free talk kalau kata gue. Kelar tuh. Kelar free talk gue.
What a game that was. And honestly, I'm just going to flat out say it. PRX just pulled that out of their ass.
Yeah, I mean, they absolutely did.
Alex tambah bahagia.
Valorant screaming and crying at present moment. Because honestly, Team Heretics should have won this map, but they lost a few critical ecos. They couldn't come through on their pistols, and PRX pull off the most PRXy win possible, relying so much on individual plays, on magic, but they make it happen.
Well, this is it. They've always been able to, but without Jing, who knew if we'd see the same explosive style out of them? Here, though, a back and forth battle, as you heard from Alex, doesn't feel like it was anyone's game right off rip. It was down to the wire, but in the end, I think.
Bang, jaketnya bagus bang. Aku pengen jaketnya bang.
I mean, I think everybody should be playing.
Did you love Something's Yusuf?
Yeah, everybody should be playing Gecko the way Something
No. He was barely using his Disney.
Tolong dong klip aja nih komen Keigo biar bulan ini 1 juta. Let's go. Kalau aku sampai 1 juta subscriber bulan ini, Keigo face reveal katanya. Oke.
I'm the lover of honest
balance. Use the op on.
All right.
Chamber.
Enough of this.
Sage. They have a Sage in their calm.
Let's go to the Verizon high-speed moment of the match.
Love that.
It's gonna be free.
Ini loh. Oh my god, iya ganteng banget. Iya ganteng sekali pacar orang. Aduh. Iya ganteng banget pacar orang.
This guy keeps
Aduh, sulit. Sulit. Ganteng banget pacar orang, buset. Aduh, ganteng banget.
PRX made the right decision. This is a roster that for the longest time had this rule that they don't make more than one roster change.
Aduh, iya, ganteng banget pacar orang. Aduh, iya.
A little bit, hopefully not leaking too much. That Mind Freak was always on the chopping block with the one other player. Every time they made a decision, it was do we drop this player or Mind Freak? And every single time, Mind Freak survived. And now he's grown into this player that's recognized as one of the best in the world. And we said it was a close game all the way. Well, he certainly pulled it through in a couple of those rounds, like the high-speed moment. It's infectious.
We got there, you know. Everyone's got a frog in their throat apparently today, but for now, though, let's actually hear what Neilzinho has to say as we get ready for map number 2.
Kayak gue pakai face reveal kah ya?
Hey guys, I'm standing right now with Neilzinho from Team Heretics. Neilzinho, give us a preview. What did you tell the boys in order to get their mental back into the game, especially after that map 1, and get them ready for Lotus?
Yeah, so for me, it's been us our map. So fast. Are you ready? I think the boys are feeling pretty crisp individually, seen it from some of the shots that were hitting. The reason we lost that was our fundamentals just went out the window. When you do that against a team like PRX, they're going to pick you apart. So it was a very harsh reminder.
Thank you, Awan. Thank you. You look good with PRX skin. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
It was abandoned, so that's why we lost the attack.
Thank you.
And we're going to change that for Lotus.
Glad you think that.
Well, the crowd's on your side, so let's see if Team Heretics can make a comeback.
Doain nilai UTS ku bagus, amin. Moza, amin.
For most of that map, it seemed like Team Heretics had control. Their retakes in the first
Bener katamu dulu mid Simonya tergantung mental.
Iya. Expect from them, but
PRX everywhere that they wanted him to be.
See?
But like Josh was mentioning on the cast, once you give this PRX
ulah kayak mending maraton muterin Bandung weh.
They will push all the way through. They will shut you down. They make it so much harder to go for that
Let's
set.
See ya. Aku toilet dulu guys.
Team Heretics have really perfected through this season thus far, and that puts them in a position now, GB, heading into Lotus, a map away from elimination for this team who we were just talking about is one of the best in the tournament with that close loss to Sen.
Which is honestly mind-blowing to think about. W Gaming truly living and breathing here in that first map. But the thing is, though, is that you got to put that first map aside, Mitch. Now you got to focus on map 2, Lotus, and we'll see what we end up getting as far as the agents are concerned here. Don't really expect too much shenanigans, but I think ultimately this is really just a Heretics team that now is going to be feeling the heat on that stage.
Absolutely, and we mentioned Mind Freak a lot. His Viper is good, his Omen is even better, and we expect him to be switching over to that here on Lotus, having already fired off on all cylinders. I think he's about to add another one. This could be dangerous for Heretics, because I've seen the side of PRX snowball before, and I'm starting to feel it this time.
Yeah, and it was a close game that Heretics lost on this map against Sentinels. I think their biggest issues on their defense was that Sentinels was fighting forward into smokes, getting ahead of their retakes and really punishing them. But it has been a stronghold map for this squad for quite a while. Looking at the agent select now, thankfully, something playing Jet. I don't like a double duelist comp.
I was going to ask you about I was going to ask you about the double duelist. What do you make of that, Mitch?
I certainly prefer the Jet over Arena, which is what he's been running before. Although, considering that it is something, again, he's one of those players that could make the argument for it. But I think this composition, it could allow them to go back to that dive that they're so goddamn good at. The pressure is going to be applied to Heretics from the second those barriers go up.
Hi guys.
You're sacrificing the Viper, so on your attacking side, you tend to be a lot more telegraph on
Sakurasko Simulator, game yang tak boleh diremehkan.
A chance to stay alive here in map number 2.
Tapi mengapa banyak yang menghina game Sakurasko Simulator?
Let's see if we get a map 3. Friendside show, you take it away from me.
Game burik, game kaku. Kan game lainnya. Aduh guys, HP ku lowbat lagi untuk tracking. Saatnya memakai powerbank mythiabatford. Yang belum beli boleh silakan cek deskripsi. Thank you.
So when we saw Heretics play against Sentinels, Neil talked to them after map 1.
Boys.
Map 2,
we got this.
Destroyed. Have Heretics tightened up those fundamental plays?
That's what they felt like was missing here. One-way smoke boot. Just tucks himself behind. He got plenty of backup
thank you for subscribing.
Now, but PRX, I don't like the sight of it.
As soon as that one-way was put down, they're like, nah, we are not going down. A very greedy turret there, being placed by Benji, letting them know if anybody's over towards A at all.
And they don't care about a util either, disrespecting it. Alarm bot triggered. I mean, Listen, not even worried about protocols clearing for a tree. They're only just doing it now.
Yeah.
Dan masih pakai Sky.
Here we go. They're going for an aggressive post plant as well.
Trip broken immediately, one way up through. So Nate set this up as soon as the first wave is going to be sent flying from Heretics.
Anjay, jadi member.
Heretics played every single
Awan, welcome to Somiti. Thank you.
As a retake.
Welcome.
And doing the same again.
We're going stairs. I don't think PRX are ready for
Another
this
member of
one.
Somiti. Thank you. Welcome. Waduh, ngebug tuh. Oh
no! Look at that. No kills collected. It's all being filled up in the feed, full of green. And greeny maybe perhaps is what you would describe it for PRX. Trying to play that one. Just missed.
Welcome Awan.
Timing they can take.
Oh no, nice try guys, nggak apa-apa. Alergi pistol. Alergi pistol, seperti biasa, klasik.
Sentinels play the post plant setups as well.
Klasik PRX.
Same one way as Duelist in position up towards there. Somebody playing pit.
Yeah,
usually there's going to be a pretty heavy denial in that area. And Rian's just wanders in. I mean, he has such a free
pistol match bang enak ya guys.
Based on the utility that they throw from tree.
Aduh.
And yeah, Alex head in hand there.
Buset, tantrum.
That's developed. And remember, last time we saw PRX invest into this kind
baru
of...
pistol round sudah
They went for some kind of force after losing the follow-up. But deciding not to go for a force buy here.
Nyet, jangan gugup ya. Aduh.
Whoa, chances there.
Yeah, very risky timing to go for actually. You got to be worried on timings like that.
Gaya, aku kurang suka sih gaya.
All up, all down, Marshall
Tapi,
in the hands of something.
Ini enak sih.
Pistol round though for Heretics to have won.
Something
End up winning
left,
any of them. That prior map is part of the reason why PRX were able to take it. No, they were losing.
Oh, thank you, banana boosting for Monyet. Yes. You gotta boost him.
Hell of a kill.
Yeah, that's just a peek from Paddytech punished.
Trailblazer spotted that, so Benji, he's noted. He is going to be playing onto that corner. 62 health. Won't go down to a single shot of the Sheriff, but the Marshal might do it. Has to back away from this surely.
Nice ini ya.
Looks himself, but now backing away, respecting with a flash in his face. Out over the top. Crouching and praying. You don't get your head taken off.
Another retake round for Heretics. Every single defense round in this match so far.
Bisa gitu line up-nya.
Mosh pit. We're going to be landing towards the back of the side as a flash forwards. Miniboo's already there. Smoke's cutting up all the available angles. Mindfreak Sheriff still not dissuaded. Beautiful flash. Forsaken. He's called himself 2. 93 health though. He's working with a bit of a disadvantage. Spike. Over the top. Unreal.
Nice.
Oh, just expecting the movement. Predictive with almost ease and finesse. And it's just a repeat of the first map except on the other side of things. PRX winning the eco.
I think the big read there is that he doesn't go
line
to try
baru
to
tuh,
break
dari
the
kemarin
wingman
begitu dia line up.
And so Rians just thinks that he's not facing the wingman at all. Completely misunderstanding where Forsaken was repositioned to.
Nice
stuff, but I mean, that's devastating for Heretics again. Neilzinho is going to be screaming.
Fans are too.
Hiya.
Exchange to the util, skirmish time.
Bro.
Paranoia.
Aduh, something on Monyet.
Stun.
Nice, never mind then.
Classics. Still want to take it with the rifles. There's a lot of danger here, but okay, might just be able to bail themselves out. Benji forward into corner, locked down.
Nice, something.
With something, it's going to be handy with the guns in his hands. Doesn't matter what
we
he's
got this.
Couple of weak players, but a 1v3 for Paddy to try to take when he's only got that Heretics classic.
Nice.
Just going to be watching for the smokes and Mindfreak.
Nice.
Any available options?
Yeah, nice 3K.
And so, again,
nice 3K, nice 3K.
I mean, this is actually one of the first rounds where we see Heretics not playing for the retake, right? They're actually fighting over rubble control at the start of the round. But I'm worried because in most of these rounds, they are just giving PRX the plan. And I don't think that that's a feasible way of being able to play 100% of the time. It doesn't matter how good your retakes are. You're not going to win them all. You're going to give PRX too many advantages with the clock on their side once they get the spike down. And their positioning, able to adjust. Let's see what they end up doing here. Ult starting to get online. Could be potentially large. And something has an op.
Yeah, he uses the smokes across here. There are many players waiting for this, but he has the dash to get himself out of there. Disengages forwards. It's a call going to be made here by Forsaken, using the Seekers now on top of him. Molly at the feet there through the door.
Kevin, don't jinx it! Holy
shit. Was fast through with that satchel. One more. Two hands.
Nice taking space.
To try and cut himself up onto the gap, but it's a good call.
Nice!
Heretics, or at least it was. Topple in the end. Two of them just trying to fight the one section of the
Bagus
site.
banget
Backside
taking space.
control.
Yes, you stay there. You stay there.
Wingman down.
Nice!
Out here, just spamming randomly with
Nice,
the bullets
Monyet.
going all over the place. Mini boot.
Jangan overhit.
Stand a chance of getting that trade.
And if Neilzinho was worried about the fundamentals, again, he is not going to be impressed in that situation. Wingman goes out to clear one side of it. Miniboo still has slide available. They don't go for a double push through the smoke to try to make sure they can trade anybody who might be playing over towards the pit or the box. Rians just jumps out the smoke on his own.
Discipline is slipping.
It is, and this is one of the biggest things actually that has powered both of the EMEA teams through so much success. And if you can't hold it together when the pressure is on, you aren't going to be able to make it deep in tournaments like this.
It's never been on more than this. Heat up to max, it's elimination. Keep reminding everybody at home because sometimes the format can get confusing. But yeah, that play, I mean, listen, that call just collapse onto the one section of the site, almost goes their way. They get blinded up in the process.
Okay, Otsuawan, makasih. Makasih ya, Mbak. Okay, thank you.
Solo initiate the sky, something that most teams have moved away from.
Damn.
This looks like Miniboo wants to take a timing. He goes for this kind of flash peek, looking to try and take a fight really early on with a smoke.
Bacot kali lah.
He's normally good for it. He's just been so sharp.
Sikali loh. Astagfirullahalazim.
Came from Miniboo.
So good.
Yeah, rings true.
But on the other side of the map, Boo tries to find solo over towards
They got no smoke,
dies.
guys.
That opens up
Masih
the
ada ini
C
sih, masih ada
side. And
Viper
it's
sih.
only Miniboo that has a rifle
Cek
online.
sih.
Look how quick something is to get into position.
I know exactly where you are.
Goal. What is happening over here?
What is happening?
Okay.
Gila.
Apparently no reason.
Emang, gua nggak salah milih Oshi guys, oke? Gua nggak salah milih Oshi.
Rians, by the way, got the sheriff anyway.
And Miniboo, who opened it up, is now asked to ace
Surfing
in
ya?
order to close it. If there was any chance of being able to win the Thrifty, which it doesn't look like there is.
Aduh.
All over the place.
Ya, suka-suka.
I think a lot of people are going to be thinking to themselves, right, we were just waiting for PRX to wake up. But they have had some rough tournament showings in the past.
Aron, jangan overhit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mending tahan.
But on the other side of things, I feel like a result like this, if it continues spiraling out of control, is gutting for Heretics. Because they were only a few rounds away. As the desk was saying at the beginning of this match.
Lah, seneng gua mah. Main time menang ini.
Yeah.
And we saw, if they're having close games against Sentinels, and they were the first team to be able to qualify through the playoffs, they should be able to be considered favorites in a matchup like this, you would think, with the current form of PRX. But so much of the pressure that PRX provides, with their willingness to take fights, and their pace, is catching Team Heretics off and opening up cracks that other teams have not been able really to exploit.
Yeah.
Adakah Miniboo akan cosplay Eruma?
That whole spiel, don't get me wrong, because
you get shot.
They play. Yeah, you get shot.
Oh my god,
spicy. Thank you for showing me.
Spicy.
And, you know, they don't play Orthodox comps most of the time. This is maybe the closest you can get, but they don't even play double controller here on Lotus.
No.
But it's about the tempo and timings they take, and the confidence in which they take those fights. And it really does rattle some of these teams if they haven't played against a team like this. And listen, there's not many teams in the EMEA that are going to be playing like PRX.
And look at the amount of utility that Team Heretics are now conditioned to put into Mound. And PRX, they're going to start to spiral off in another direction. Benji has a good retake ultimate here, but he's in a fairly committed position on site. Not completely.
Ichan,
How do they want to play this? There are
welcome
three
to
players ready
Budapest,
to defend.
thank you.
Goes, watch for 2 players. They're onto the corner. Someone doesn't get away with it.
Oh
In fact,
my
Forsaken,
god.
an attempt to at
This
least
guy.
some control of the map. He's alone though doing so, and he will be
Rotate gak sih?
So,
Tapi mereka sudah rotate. Aduh, smoke gak ada lagi. Yes, smoke now.
Anchor the site and flood defend instead of going for the retake. And I think mixing that up is probably going to be a bit of a win con for them.
Yes.
You don't want to count PRX out though, still in a 3v5.
Smoke propped. Where is Freak off to?
He's taking risks, exploring over towards Heaven.
He just peeks into that. I mean, Heretics are playing that with the most discipline, the utmost discipline. 2 players. At least going to be trying to get into position to trade this one here forwards.
In front of you.
The dash. And now with a lockdown placed down, it's all orchestrated in time. Something seems to go.
Oh my god!
It's ridiculous.
Oh shit!
Still to his back here. Plenty of players now rushing into it. No detainment.
Oh my god. Oh no.
It is galvanizing. Sticking onto the defuse.
Aduh,
Straight
udah,
shot found.
bye.
Half though.
Oh no.
What a time to come alive.
Oh no. Aduh,
Outrageous
ngeselin
round from Minibu.
banget.
His team
Ngeselin
needed
banget
it.
lo pipisnya,
That was almost
aduh.
thrown away.
Aduh, itu Minibu kalau udah pipis udah nggak bisa kekontrol, anjir.
Wandering out through
Hai
heaven, he
ya.
caught Boo, and something was producing magic with the operator on site. The first kill, he
Oh,
finds a
gila.
timing, but the second kill,
Aduh, kalau udah pipis udah lah. Not bad though. Oh my god.
Jump spot as well to jiggle to make that the initial shot, and Minibu, he saves the day.
it's this final one, to me, that's almost the most impressive of it, because he has to react to Divide being there and hit the headshot. So now we see more of this rubble pressure as we get into the round.
Yeah, we are in the thick of things.
Yep, something dashed out, already burnt that, looking to try to take an operator shot early. And so Heretics have made this adjustment on the defense side. We are going to control rubble, even if it costs us the mosh and the dizzy at the beginning of the
One way
round.
gitu di mana? Oh,
We are just going to invest those.
Okay. Nggak ada.
But I do like the way that Minibu is rotating instantly after going for that stun at the start of the round. So they just make it feel like there's 3 players over towards A, and they still have the Neon ready to go for a push like this.
What's it called? Face it down with the smoke. Shot going wide there for something.
Watch
His
this.
life, or does he want to go for seconds?
Watch
You never really
this.
tell. Deep up position. Does Boo get
Watch
spotted?
this.
Doesn't look like
No.
it. Yep,
Oh,
Mythia's right
shit.
behind him. There's no
Oh,
protocols
no.
in place for this one, and he's playing it patiently. Really waiting it out.
the
Could be a risk
fuck?
being played, but no, he's just lined it up for the 2.
Wow.
And now down. No chance with the spike dropped at his feet. Lovely gift just granted to him.
Mulai nih.
That's just a big mistake from Divide there, not using the dog to try to check up top, not thinking about that. Something, despite getting the pick on Minibu, is going to get cleaned up by that swing from Rians.
Sulit. Timeout gak sih? Enggak sih.
You do
Iya
not see
sih.
that very often. Teams not
Bacot banget, Eta!
instant hit at the red button.
Astaga.
Alex, slam on the desk, accidentally hit the timeout button. But I mean, when you see situations like that, you do have to remind your team what's
Aduh,
going
berisik
on.
banget, berisik.
And on top of that too, I really feel like the way that Team Heretics are playing their defense macro is
Buset,
working
Minibu.
here. That's another thing that Neilzinho pointed out.
Ini
in
Minibu
what was
nih
a
mirip
fantastically
teman
articulate
saya ya.
coach interview,
Mukanya.
where he said,
Jangan-jangan ini teman saya.
but also Boo lost control
Iya,
of
sampai
the macro
peeking anjir
because
mic-nya, what the hell?
everybody else is so frantic trying to take their own
Ah, we got
fights.
this, boys.
And
Oh,
you need
God.
a team like this in particular needs one central idea. Yeah, maybe you can leave it to the decentralized nervous system of PRX the Octopus, right? You can let those kind of teams run a democracy of IGLs all meeting together in
Gue sumpel nih
to
mulutnya.
decide where they want to hit the site. But for Heretics, they need a hierarchy. They need a leadership figure.
Itu crowdnya bisa ditemat gak sih, Mami? I don't know.
And I think their game plan for the macro defense
I wish I
here is really
could.
good. They put pressure early towards Rubble. You're going to see it again here, I bet. You
Beneran.
a stun,
Ya Allah,
a
lihat tuh.
smoke,
Lihat Davai pakai apa, guys?
The mosh being used as well as a dizzy. Rians picks up the dizzy.
Lihat
Minibu
Davai
is
pakai
already
apa?
cooking it over to C,
Aduh.
respectively on the other side of the map.
Belajar sama 4 second ini,
And
yakin
you know,
aku.
if PRX decide to fight, Minibu will stay.
Ini yang kalah pulang ya, yang kalah pulang.
This time, it looks like they want to fight. with the
Anjing, ada yang
showstopper.
beneran, cow.
Heretics might have to be.
Something sama monyet
little
kayak ada
worried.
main ini. Aduh,
Odin spam as well,
ini.
isn't he?
Mana ini?
Spam at
Monyet.
potential angles as well, they can cross themselves into.
Yeah.
Here it is. Colliding, clashing, battle lines drawn, rockets set, flying!
Oh no, again?
And it's Heretics! They reign supreme! Don't you dare step forward towards A Rubble. Full territorial
Kayak
control.
malas.
But PRX are not going there again.
Ah,
If
shut
that
up.
was the round called by Alex, he will have been expecting a very different outcome. How on earth did Mythia get so overwhelmed by Minibu? Every time I watch Minibu play the Neon,
Iya, gue juga overwhelmed anjir sama
outrageously
Minibu,
impressed at what he
sumpah.
does. He somehow managed to
God.
dodge, duck, dip.
Wake
weave
up,
his way.
guys.
What did he push in there off the back of the paranoia? He slides underneath
Aduh.
Mythia, shoots him.
Crossfire-nya bagus banget.
I think as well, you're getting glimpses there, potentially just a comp getting
The
outvalued.
fuck?
I mean, you don't have the same tools to try and take a pound-for-pound fight towards rubble control. And Now Heretics with that in their back pocket, looking to condition again. Look at it, they sent similar util flying over towards the A side, but PRX have different ideas. They're in through B. Alarmbot, it's going into a completely different direction. Not sure what happened there with it! You're holding util into your hands. Paranoia forwards. Boombot though, he's target.
Enggak guys, defender harusnya mereka lebih kuat ya. PRX.
Boo was concerned about someone pushing even through the Viper wall. That's why it took so long to go for the TP. But it's left PRX 2v4. And the score tied at 4v4. This comeback from Heretics has been lovely, and it doesn't look like it's showing any signs of slowing down.
3.
Wonderful beginning, especially for the defense side of Lotus. Certainly. You keep this, this lead, this should be lead, you know, expecting it, and yeah, I mean, inevitable at this point.
There was a chance there that Forsaken just slipped through, and Boo decided to watch something different, but he's on point with it. And PRX, again, it's these macro ideas that they're now starting to struggle with a little bit. This time, they're like, right, well, we're not going to fight Rubble, but if they're committing 3 players to A at the start of the round, we're going to try and take that early round timing and pounce somewhere else around the map. B seemed like a good idea,
harus narik kabel guys buat inian.
but they just weren't able to capitalize.
3
Even with Rien's peeking with utility in his hands. Paddy got a very fast response with that snakebite going down.
Mati
the final one left for 10 seconds. Just as he's aiming in the wrong direction. Heretics take the lead. And frankly, they've already done a spectacular job on their defense.
Yeah, buat ngecas.
And that's after going 4-1 down.
I need this.
Ult's building up for Heretics on top of it. It's all looking good.
Final bullet there that Paddy decided to spray with, where he catches Mindfreak. Not quite sure if Mindfreak himself was vulnerable, but there was a snakebite down there to try to put pressure on the players getting in.
Squeeze being put on these PRX players. What will be the answer? All the way over towards C. Getting a move on, getting a bit of a jog on there. Dash now activated. Something. Updraft, forwards.
Nice
They've
entry.
beaten Mini Boo
Nice
to the
entry.
side.
Take the space.
Right into it, aren't they?
Yes.
To the back of the side now. The turret.
Yes, take the space.
Care of. Do they want to seek to try and fight this one?
Take it,
Surely
take it,
Heretics
take
might
it.
have some protocols. Listen to this. Look at this,
Nice.
man. Just straight through the gap. Something.
Nice.
Right his way out of
Nice,
that.
nice.
Down. First kill. Advantage now for them, but Thrash in through. No, broken almost immediately there. And the trip really doing the most to slow it all the way down. Trailblazer. That'll be utilized. The white spots too is going to become that for his team. Dizzy dealt with.
Aduh, monyet di situ mati nggak sih?
Like a balloon straight into the sky here, but now it comes down to the gunfights.
Nice, nice something.
Is unleashed entirely.
Ace.
Will not take no for an answer.
Let's go. Gak apa-apa. No ace, gak apa-apa. Menang. We win, we win, we win, we win, we win, we win.
Finally, PRX find that early round timing. Right, they go over towards C at the beginning of this one and create themselves a lovely little angle for something to fight over this one, over the top of the smoke. Great stuff. And don't overstay their welcome.
Nice, nice.
Bit of
Gila, nice banget.
in terms of Rien's utility as he went to try to retake.
Nice, Ilya.
But
Nicely
PRX will
done,
be
Ilya.
super happy about that.
Ah, my god.
They can still make a serious go
Itu
of this
dong,
attack.
ambil space-nya, anjir.
Everybody grouped up again over towards C. Listen, if it works. Just keep running it. Apparently it's the PRX way.
Right, but this time Paddy is there so
Viper
early,
ini.
so
Oh,
there
yeah.
is going to be a vulnerable.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the adaptation here.
Awas.
Swarm vulnerable applied with the snakebite players.
Ambil
doubled up.
space-nya, ambil.
Towards
Hall.
another flash here. Just spots it as well. Glowing the halo ring around the head.
Waduh,
Benji,
waduh.
beautiful with the movement. Offsets it just enough and sets himself up for another one, but still sprayed down.
Waduh, enggak.
Oh my
Enggak
god.
nge-plan.
So good with
Belum
it.
clear sih.
Just impeccable stuff. And already anticipating the TP.
Waduh.
Mindfreak.
Gak usah TP gak sih? Gak usah gak sih? Mending di situ.
And this is where Mindfreak can
Aduh.
absolutely
Mending.
freak their
I
minds.
was hoping you wouldn't say it.
But I mean, the mind games
Beneran
here genuinely
nge-plan
are
di
so
situ.
huge,
Nice.
right? Everybody on Heretics backs off,
Mindfreak.
anticipating that Omen ult.
Ayo, Quaron. Quaron.
Mindfreak's tucked himself
Quaron.
down over towards water.
Oke,
He's managed to
oke. Mode diem guys, mode diem.
engineer himself quite a good
Pasti dia udah
opportunity
expect
to
dari
win
Hall
this.
gak sih? Enggak. No flank, no
He
flank.
will be facing against Mosh, Wingman on Diffuse, Paranoia.
Oh
So
my god.
Heretics, these are the players that didn't actually have to flood defense C, so they still have a lot of util.
Hall, yes.
First layer of it. Mosh, defuse, sticking through. No, 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 no. The bullets do not connect, but he stops it onto half. They still don't claim the kill. What is the call? Paranoia forwards, cuts off the sound cues. Rians, he's just sticking it. He knows he can. That is immaculate stuff by Heretics.
Nice try, nice try.
Beautifully done.
Gak apa guys, dapat plan, dapat plan. Dapat plan, dapat plan. Mayan duit, mayan duit.
Take themselves into the lead. So now PRX, from a macro perspective again, Bren, what do you go for? Because you thought the C hit was going to work. You thought you could beat the timing of Miniboo getting over to the C
Susah
side.
banget ya clearing hole-nya, anjir.
It's Patty who runs in to help Benji. And Patty, he just goes in there as a utility sponge.
Oh yeah.
But it allows everybody else to focus on Patty, and Benji gets that little safe spot to be able to pick up too.
Nggak bisa sih kalau pakai trik yang baru.
Same again. Three players control rubble for the defense. Patty
B
immediately
nggak
sprints
sih?
over to try to help Benji, anticipating the C hit.
B nggak
But
sih?
instead, PRX. Okay, we're gonna go for the late round re-clear over towards rubble.
Making noise over towards C. I mean, it does pull all sorts of players over. Boo, skipping a hop. He has to just try and tuck his head in, and he does just narrowly avoid it. Nice, but he can't avoid the explosion. The bullets follow it. All the way up here. Now Rian's in position.
How can...
Did not think anyone was
Kok bisa nggak ngecek gitu loh?
Warcraft will reveal the location of a few of these players now. Still, they set themselves up into the post plan. It's a good position for them. Well, at least Mindfreak has decided to play for backside on top of this box. Now, it's unusual, unorthodox.
Last time the retake came from tree.
Came
from stairs, sorry.
Is again, once more players doubled up. Forsaken
Bang,
will fall.
udah bang, dry picknya bang.
Breaking the util though, back of the site.
Nice!
Removing one, still with the judge in
Mindfreak.
hand. Not enough can be done here. Mindfreak has got so much more to do. Can't do it. Can't withstand it. Pit down. Doesn't cover the defuse entirely.
It's not a good pit.
The sound. Q forwards. Damage!
Wah!
Just about. And half on it. Plenty more time as
Wah,
well. So
anjir.
Heretics. That's a 7-5
Nice.
finish here on the
Good
defense
help.
side of Lotus. They're going to be more than happy with that.
Good help,
They're
good
going
help.
to be so pleased with what they've been
Good
able to
help,
put
good
together.
help.
4 out of 5 of the
Anjir,
rounds
nice
for
banget ya, Pak.
PRX.
Nice spray.
We're right at the start. Team Heretics win the pistol, and PRX break that, go on a run.
Si
somehow Team
Vipernya
Heretics
kayaknya
are
line
still
up-nya dari
able to get
spawn
back
deh
into
guys.
And yeah, it all points towards the Heretics' advantage. Well,
Untuk
we know they're going to be
map
happy. Let's find out what the
Heretic
fans
oke
think.
lah, oke lah.
Hola, gracias. Estamos aquí con la gente del barco para ver qué opinan del día de hoy porque es increíble.
Saya nggak bisa translate ya guys yang ini guys, nggak bisa guys.
In your town, supporting your team.
Aku nggak bisa translate ya guys yang ini.
Apoyando a tu equipo y a tu
Lihat
ciudad,
guys
con
bonekanya
todo
lucu
respeto,
banget,
apoyando
aku
a tu equipo.
mau.
Solamente tienes que verlo. Hemos venido aquí a demostrar que Heretics va a ser el club más grande del mundo y de la historia.
Kata dia jangan lupa untuk subscribe ke mythiabatford ya dan tonton watch party ini PRX ya. Katanya gitu guys.
Masters Madrid en casa representando al mejor país del mundo y al mejor club de la historia.
Apa iya? Hoak kok gitu sih? Nanti kalau misalnya udah ini ya guys, udah overtime. Overtime, sorry. Kalau udah ganti map ke map 3, kita baru ini.
Solo me queda pedirte una cosa después de estas palabras.
Baru
es que
narik kabel
¿puedes animar a esta
buat
gente
casan.
a que le dé la fuerza Heretics que necesita para ganar este mapa?
Señoras y señores, ¿quiénes somos?
Kok suaranya gitu? Malas.
Creo que con esto ya queda todo demostrado.
¿Cómo estás?
Pues eso es todo con la gente del barco. Yo que os lo devuelvo a
Kok
vosotros.
map 3 kan 2-0 bener juga. Anyways.
I got most of that.
Oh man, I wish I could speak Spanish.
Croissant one, please.
That chant was hype.
It was hype.
One, please.
But I mean,
Nggak bisa aku guys, aksennya guys gimana
all the
ya?
perception check there.
Padahal ini bukan Italia anjir.
No understanding.
Yeah, but listen.
Oh gini kelakuan
you know they're excited, you know
enggak
they're
dong.
happy.
Enggak gitu. Maksud gue I don't wanna jinx it, oke. Aku nggak mau ngejinx.
But the fact that they put up 7 on the
I was
defense
thinking
side,
2-0.
on the horizon, a split
Ya,
where
ya
PRX
sudahlah. Saya mah 2-1
with
guys,
an
karena
unusual composition.
TH tuh gini-gini. Serem.
Neilzinho talk between map 1 and map 2 maybe becoming a thing of legends. We'll have to see if PRX have got something to say about that though.
Done wonders for them. And a Tizzy popped early here. Something removes it. Did have to use the dash though in response because he didn't want to get overwhelmed, but there's no follow-up, no rush afterwards.
Karena
It's a fake presence over towards C Mount, right? When something fights over it like that, it makes it feel like there's a big stack over towards C, and instead, the trap play is Mythia hidden in a corner on A. Yeah, and he's about to give away his position.
He's the flashbang. He's just opened the door, blinded up, and it's a complete collapse. I mean, listen, could go in either direction. Still, only 2 players left to stand. Understand that kind of pressure. Boo's already snuck his way through, but he's being watched for. Understanding that fully, Benji. Fishy nade out and wide.
Gila banget for second. Gila banget tuh. Marah bang.
That is great.
Jason.
I love that pistol round play from PRX.
Nice, nice, nice.
And you see utility and presence over towards Mound. You're gonna think that the stack is over there.
Whoa.
The teams are normally gonna play some kind of 1-1-3 on this map.
Nice.
And here, I mean, the frustration from Boo because he realizes
Jason be like, kamu suka banget bikin aku marah ya. Waduh. Pixels, welcome to Tiayang. Thank you. Jason panas Diodin abis itu mereka Heretics. Abis ini mereka jadi korban fogging ya. By the way, kenapa dia make judge anjir? Per second, really? Apakah dia ingin bermain kotor di sini?
Here we go with the judge. You should be able to absolutely eviscerate. Take your pick for
Sir!
Oh my, where's he pulled that
from?
Right for the back pocket, shanking the opposition. But he's fine.
Dia mau ngepisau juga nggak tuh, monyet? Monyet. Monyet. Okay. I see. Oh gitu. Iya. Aing monyet mau nggak terima monyet dipisau temennya.
I love how much fun PRX have with every game. It is so infectious. I mean,
kurang ajar.
Makes sense for Boo, right? He knows that there's a play with the judges. Right that one is just mental.
Oh, Alex is best, man. Oh, that's so funny. Oh god.
Iya monyet jangan dong. Kamu ngasih duit itu ke lawan.
A lot of util now, an explosion out towards A Rubble with the walls
agro banget ya.
They want to try and fight this once. A shot nailed it with the damage.
Monyet.
On top, it's all being overlapped and through.
Nice Davai.
So many kills, all flowing. PRX on fire with it.
Oh shit. Oh, nice. Never mind.
But not enough to withstand the pressure. And oh my.
Selesai itu meja.
Wonderful round to win here for PRX. That's a bonus round conversion.
Yeah, that's monumental for PRX. Being able to crush Team Heretics.
Loh, mereka belum bisa beli lagi kah?
Their economy is
mereka force buy tadi guys. Oke. Kesalahan tuh.
Okay, we're not actually going to be able to contest Rubble. How? How have we failed to take Rubble against a team that?
Tadi lihat nggak Kay face line-nya? Jadi Omennya nge-TP ke Rubble, face line-nya nutupin. Sudah gila.
Angle played by Forsaken, he's stunned. They don't expect.
Gak usah ngepick apa? Ya kan sudah gue bilang, gak usah ngepick atuh for second. Veto. Ya diambil.
Reclaimed the gun actually, that's a massively important one.
That shot was very close to connecting.
Iya, aku pelajari. Thanks.
Does only have 125 health. That's going to take some of the damage out of picking up that Phantom, I think. No matter how good your aim is.
Nice info.
Trailblazer sees 2. That's the call now for the power.
Sudah gila. Sudah gila.
But they want to push it and re-clear it.
They push it, really? No.
You're the most to do. Maybe you
can.
Really deliver. The result you're expecting here. That is the danger when you hand this guy a rifle.
He's been so incredible. 15-9, but just winning enormous impact frags.
Aduh, ini gebrak lagi nih si Alec nih. Aduh. Sendiri dia. Nyet, kamu nunggu.
Oh, hopes and dreams.
Hey,
what the wins there.
And all of the tension sucked out of the
round. What the fuck?
That's the power of the outlaw. High pressure round from the outlaw particularly, but those bang, down they went. Definitely the team that's trying to use this gun the most. You see Forsaken using it fairly often. Coming into the next round though, full armor on everybody for Heretics. So they're not falling into the trap of ruining their economy,
on the
but
table.
If they lose this, they're potentially in a death spiral.
Someone watching it. Trying to take a timing there with the shots. He is pretty isolated. What are you doing?
That's mad.
What's going on here?
Hello?
Opens the door. Plenty of players. There's a what?
Oh my god, something.
That's what he was doing. Okay, he was just cheating for a second. Okay, yeah, no, I get it. Okay, Thrash clearance through into the side. They know it's open now, but something towards the back of it can be cleared. Traded eventually, remove this guy. Pesky.
Once something sudah panas, kalian tahu kan jawabannya apa? Mau nyet. Hey, we got two, okay?
Forcing these PRX players, they got to take a faster time in, and this is only 4 seconds. They're going to get detained. Forsaken, there's nowhere to watch.
I mean, to be honest, if he had been detained there, would anyone have even known where he was? Mindfreak opens the door in a 1v3. But it does not look winnable. Thrash goes just to clear out his position too.
Over the top, hello. Open door, open sight line.
Di flank tuh. Watch your back.
Who's already on the flank? Look at it.
He's
rapid.
Belakang.
Right behind him, so not even going to get the chance to save this rifle. In all likelihood.
Yeah, mati.
Not at all. And how are we about to praise?
Wow, you.
When the round began by something.
Oh ini. Oh gini mainnya. Oh
gini mainnya. Somebody to get
mainnya gini. Okay.
And this was a bit more of a gimme because Paddytech did swing right into the crosshair.
Mainnya gitu. Udah mulai belagu. Iya.
From there, Rians and Mini
sudah mulai belagu.
Holding positions, able to pick off both sides of that retake. And PRX are going to take a timeout here. After only losing 1 round. I'm not exactly sure what Alex will have spotted.
Iya.
Maybe
kena
he
penalti
didn't
nggak
like
sih?
the
Enggak
call
lah.
for the next round coming up. Maybe he
Keren
was,
lu begitu mentang-mentang tuan rumah, ha? Gitu. Wah, Aaron di T-back. Wah.
Stop toggling. It's getting too obvious.
I doubt he'll be telling him that.
Udah, lu pada tuh gak usah mikirin nasi bungkus ntar bayar gimana, ntar gue bayar semuanya ya. Jadi tenang aja, lu fokus sama game lu menangin game ini langsung nasi bungkus buat semuanya. Nah gitu katanya guys. I feel like I'm dubbing some.
Heretics in particular is raised. They've only been able to put one round together on their attack side. Normally this map is attack side. We were talking about
voice over.
When they were 7-5 up.
Tension palpable in the arena right now.
Oh gitu. Oh gitu cara main lu. Oke, baiklah.
Fans that are here are willing
bungkus mulu lah.
To make a deep
maaf
run.
itu.
They talked about it seemed fated.
Si Ilya suka nasi bungkus, guys.
Nobody was expecting this team to go out 0-2.
Aduh.
But if PRX get another 4 on the board, that is going to be the reality.
Pinged just an outline of a rubble with 4 players stacking. The guns aren't ideal. They're holding for a refight attempt here, yeah. And okay, it's baited out. Team Heretics seem to be aware of that fact, and now they are just making a great pilgrimage over towards the other section of the site. The other side, which Forsaken is holding with just a shorty. Benji Fishy going to be familiar with the double pump, but they're going to be able to navigate it.
The question for Heretics in a more general sense on their attack side is, when PRX go for an aggressive stack like that, do we try to punish it by playing quick ourselves?
Forsaken.
Oh.
Mana meninggal dong.
Bullets going wide.
Because I think what you saw there is they add a pause into the round, just in case it's a stack on C. And they're rewarded for it.
Oh yeah. Players dropping like flies now. Of course, the weaker buy for them, but this is going to be
saving guys, nggak apa-apa guys. Saving.
Yeah, he could actually send this one build up to his ultimate, but he's going to decide to play it a little more cautiously. Not allow the ult cycle on the attack side.
Petisi konten voice over PRX dari mid dibanding voice com-nya.
PRX they decided to go for a re-clear of rubble without the
siapa tadi? Minibu.
And I think if there's going to be any cue as to where Heretics are fighting at the beginning of the rounds, I would use the neon wall as a really big deciding tell.
Just the indicator.
Yeah, because I really don't think Minibu's going to be sending it very often from the games that I've watched without there being something behind it. Throws it there as a little victory. Victory wall.
Cuts off some of the sidelines. Will something keep the rifle? Yeah, he will.
Mampus. Mam.
I think they are going to struggle a little bit holding onto this C side if only Forsaken is going to play there. I would imagine.
Sayang banget. Gak apa-apa. Weapon diff, guys.
Let's start here. The Cypher's very good against the Neon in general. The Trips are looking to try and find really big value. Any kill trip.
Sabar mid, aduh, nggak bisa guys.
I think
Kesel aku tuh
you're gonna want to
anjir,
put one
kayak
of them
apaan
for
sih
some kind of
ngetauting
like
di
mid-control
turnamen
or
kayak
info
lu tuh gak keren
towards
coy.
another side. And I also think
My
Heretics
God,
are just
these
slow and
guys.
diligent enough to clear common positions.
Duh, something kamu kemajuan
Interestingly
sayang.
enough, the trips, I mean, laid down the B side.
Yeah.
Happy with something just holding space towards Mound. He was pre-firing for the
Kesel gue anjir.
turret in the one way. This will give them a good indicator. Has to get broken.
Ketahuan.
And Boo is on a high
Kira lu
ground
di
angle.
menuan
This
apa?
guy will be able to see the exit across the side if somebody decides to play out of that Mound area. Not quite.
Mending lu gak usah ngepick.
Yeah, the angle just watching
Lu
the
gak
push
usah
up.
ngepick.
Yeah.
And I think something's more likely to go for
Commit
that if
kayaknya.
Team Heretics put any pressure towards A, but they've been silent on that side of the map.
The disease there, Paranoia with the stun. I mean, beautiful util. Can't fault that side of Heretics' game. Deeply familiar with it at this point.
But again, Heretics don't go for something quick off the back of it. Once they gather information, they're trying to slow the round down and pick the right site.
Mohon maaf ini for second
Against a team
fogging,
like
really?
PRX, though, who have to
Astaga.
gamble. That can be a little
wait a
dangerous.
second. False information, Mindfreak cancels. Did he hear the shots being fired at him? Seekers now through the wall. This is going to be breaking the door. Let's create an opening here. Mindfreak might just get
Mindfreak.
done.
20 seconds, Brent. This is too slow from Heretics.
Yeah, still has a
Depanmu,
nade, so they want to go to
Beb.
B. They want to go to B.
Depanmu,
They clear
Beb.
the corner. Yes, they
Wow.
do. Aware of it. Trips. Trips, though. Exactly so. Oh my god, that's precarious!
Nice.
Adjustment! Nasty with the spray. Something is
Astagfirullahaladzim.
looking beautiful with it. Odin
Kenapa anjir?
spraying potential
Huh?
there with a
What the
neural
fuck?
just pointing out these targets, lighting them up. Can they find it? Still
Nice.
scattered, dashing forwards. At least with the satchel in flame on yet. It's forward.
Nice.
He wins this fight out, Benji.
Gak usah sotoy lu. Jadi nyamuk kan lu sekarang di fogging anjir.
Nano swarm, slow it down. Still,
gimana
he might
nih?
have to just hit an absolute world.
Main.
Time pressure. It's against these PRX players. Monyet sticking, kill.
Yes.
Needs to be found.
Stick.
Half on it. Diffuse already gained.
Nice.
And a real chance for PRX.
Mamam tuh di fogging anjir
Anyway, in that
jadi.
particular spot,
Duh.
the lead regained.
Mamam.
Too
Thank
slow,
God,
I think,
bro.
for Heretics in this round. Trying to get into a site with only 20 seconds left added
Nice.
so much danger. You know, even with Rians being able to pick up Mindfreak there,
Mamam.
they're going into a trip
Mamam.
setup. Sure, something does hit. An
Nice
unbelievable
repeat.
2K there.
Nice.
Outrageous.
Let's go.
But just on the balance of things, there was so much danger for them to
Mamam.
navigate in that kind of situation. And I do love the way that PRX played that retake up through heaven.
Lu tahu kan
Diving
karma
Monyet
taunting
in
ada.
and swinging behind with an
Berak.
Odin.
Last day, the call's made.
Tumben gak pakai
Here this
fast
U-turn
line.
out
Fast line
forsaken.
buat entry ya.
Up close to the tree. He's got an Odin spam. He's waiting for the door to be popped. Here, pops the cage. Doesn't feel like he can really play that position. That is a kill trip set up on the one side of the site. Stuns. Rattled through. It's forsaken in a spot to really
Ayo
punish
kak,
us.
for second sudah pakai fogging, saatnya menjadi
I think
nyamuk
so. It's
ya.
from heaven.
Doesn't likely.
Coming
Trailblazer.
through.
Players back. Backside control.
Drop.
Now a fight towards Rebel once more, actually, with that flash. Now the thrash.
All
Benji
three?
stop these
Really?
guys?
That's going to be
All
the
three?
question, Benji. Right towards the back there, updraft to avoid
shit.
at least the
Oh,
delayment, but it
shit.
doesn't entirely. He's going to be locked up, restricted, restrained. Device just catching a bullet straight
Oh,
to the head.
no.
By Forsaken again. This looks like just
Guys.
again an even round.
Saving
The
Odin
Heretics
yes.
put themselves up to 10.
Odin
The
harus
Dwarves
diselamatkan
remain in
ya,
the end. Walk back
teman-teman.
away, so PRX giving it
Odin
up.
harus diselamatkan demi ekonomi yang
And Team Heretics, they tie it up 10 to 10. I just want to explain a little bit about how difficult the macro
Lihat
calls
abang
are
tadi
when you play
mukanya udah
against a
kayak
team
apa,
like
guys.
PRX. We've seen Heretics are trying with Boo at the IGL position to figure out what the setup looks like and then try to slow the round down enough to make sure they're making the right call. This round they decide.
sahur guys.
Well, PRX are just
Sahur
gonna
jam berapa
rotate
guys?
around
Jam
the
3.
map to figure out where we are in gambling. So let's just send it A. Let's increase the pace. Let's not bother with these slower pace rounds. And let's just try to overwhelm them. And
Kevin ini
hope
suka
that they're
banget
not
nge-jinx ya,
force-stacking A for
asu.
some random reason. And this time, the stack isn't there. They get in onto the A site. Everything goes cleanly. Can you imagine if they ran that and PRX just decided to fight Rubble there? Would have been a totally different situation. And now PRX going for the mound presence. So once more, Heretics looking pretty good with this Rubble control.
This time, I don't think it's going to be pushed back so easily.
We got this, guys.
Here's it. Door switched. Oh my god, the guns!
Oh no!
Does not win it out.
For a second. Nice, something.
Oh,
you're so low.
That's big. That's big. Benji shut down both the duelists in the previous round when they went for that flank. So now Team Heretics have to either push forwards to get control somewhere else, or set somebody else up to watch behind.
Might be their aim.
Nice.
Heal online, something. Back up to 100. Doubled up position.
Anjing, drop banyak banget, cu.
Pit. Boo is low though. It's like Breeze might just top
Drop
them
banyak
over.
banget,
Here we
drop
go.
banyak banget.
Offense
Oh,
approach
no!
into it, not clearing the corner, not expecting it. They're really only just spotting the one. They're not going to expect the second. Surely
One
not
more.
here. Through into
One more. Behind you. My freak.
Boo. Again, as I said, he's
My
slow
freak.
enough. Still wins his fight, and Heretics
No
regaining that lead right back.
way. Really? No
Going for a postman setup there
way.
with 2 in pit.
Aduh, nggak ada yang ngecek drop loh, sumpah.
Taking that space forwards on the site instead of all getting stuck inside tree. PRX didn't send anyone heaven. They all went through stairs or through into sight. Nobody going heaven to try to clear out pit.
Lah. Oke.
Once
Kan?
again,
Aduh.
Boo finds a really important duel against Mythia.
Oh my god.
Everything being invested into this round. You can see it already. It's a C-take with the util.
Ntar guys, berdoa dulu guys. Aduh, HP ku mati guys. Ntar dulu guys.
Into the back. He sticks it.
Ntar dulu
He
guys,
sticks
ntar aku
it.
ganti guys.
Boom.
Wait.
He's in so much danger. That's a rifle given up. Judge close quarters. Into the action once more. It's C. Trips. Not quite dealt with. Moshpit as well. Pushes them back and away. Surely you break this. Surely you break this, and you do.
Nice.
Spike. Not planted.
Bentar guys, sorry. Ntar dulu, HP ku mati guys. Bentar ya guys.
Do just that. Drops it down. It's necessary at this point.
Oh.
PRX seeking to try and gain an advantage, seeking to try and take the fights before they're set up and ready. The other one's getting punished. 2 still left
Bentar ya guys,
standing.
habis ini guys. Ntar dulu guys.
Do with the guns. What can I do with the guns into the pit?
Welcome to my world.
If PRX manage to find some angles that work for them, perhaps they can get lucky. Benji would die to just some random blasts in there.
Yeah, and the Judge might be the perfect gun for the job, to be honest with you. Glides up, close, forwards. Here, can't land it. Can't snap and adjust it. Mind Freak, spamming away. It's a beautiful pit as well. It covers every single possibility. And even just trying to save the operator, Benji. Knows that's his time to strike. Up to 12. Heretics can feel it. This is their lifeline. This is their chance.
We got this, boys. Come on. Come on.
The last couple of rounds, I really feel like Mythia has had a couple of chances to be able to pull things through and win this map for PRX. And instead, you saw him lose a duel to Boo, trying to retake that position over towards Tree, and in this round, doesn't find the timing to use his showstopper, when it would have been game-altering and propelled his team forwards.
The money dire now for PRX.
Aduh, sabar guys.
This round right here.
Nyet bisa ulti ya, Nyet. Please.
Here in the setup, push back doesn't activate the dash. He's really going to try and overstay as well.
Maaf ya guys, live tudiku mati sebentar.
There it is.
Abis ini aku cas. Kalau overtime aku cas guys.
Heretics are going to be throwing a bit of caution into the mix here. I think they're worried about the showstopper that Mythia is holding in his back pocket.
The more time they tick off the clock, though, it could be a round-winning play. You know, if they end up going for a hit with 25 seconds left, Mythia's in the right position, it's game over.
Tapi ya guys, untuk map pilihan TH, ini udah oke banget.
They want to hold this really slow pace. Normally teams will start moving at about the minute mark, which is just past. You see Heretics take a little bit of rubble control, starting to group up. Rien's ultimate here
kesel.
would be huge.
Though. Cross section with the walls.
And the time is ticking.
They're backing away.
Something is
I do hate taunting, you know what?
Never dealt with this.
40 seconds.
I hate
This is the problem with playing so passively. They haven't taken any map control. They haven't forced PRX back.
Itu berkaku, maaf ya kak. Live studio belum bayar, belum bayar rigger.
Is right here.
Dash 2. Here it is, headbound, popped. Right off. Where's the next one? Won't get it, but still he evacuates. He's out of there. Buy some time for the rest of his team. Thrash.
Smokernya nggak ada ya.
Groundwork, at least a bit of pavement for this team to follow through. At least walk up back onto entertainment. Not there. Updraft forwards. Mini boot in the danger zone. 12 seconds left. Where is this plant? And is it coming online at any time soon? They're choosing. They want to try and push all the way through. Mythia!
Oh no! Really? Really?
Time. They're getting with
Astaga!
Continuation. Extension of play.
Oh my god! What the?
Willing to go out so early.
Kacau! Bener kan guys, 2-1 guys. Predik gue nggak pernah salah anjir. Anjir, kacau. Kacau.
The showstopper just threaded the needle through to nowhere.
Absolutely insane stuff. Well, guess what? One more map to go. Elimination on the line. PRX or Heretics. Who will be sending home? Finding out after this.
Aduh, tapi split lagi kacau. Oke, bentar guys, aku tarik kabel dulu. Bentar ya teman-teman. Beneran 2-1 nggak tuh? Guys, orang sabar disayang Akbar. Tapi nggak tahu Akbarnya siapa. Bentar ya teman-teman. Sorry. Ada makananku untuk sahur guys. Bentar, aku colok kemana ya? Colok kemana ya guys? Bentar. Iya juga ya, baru colokan. Kasih bosku. Bisa deh. Thank you. Bener kan, game 2 nyawa meja minus 10. Kenapa loh? Nyangkut lagi kabelnya, bentar guys. Aku pusing banget sumpah. Satu menit. Bentar ya guys. Oke. Nah, there you go. Udah. Bentar. Guys, ada orang yang ngomong kalau suara aku serak, suaranya jadi berdemek guys. Emang iya? Siap-siap GoPut sahur gak sih? Aku udah ada di depan ini, tinggal nunggu waktu aja. Nunggu waktu. Iya. Nunggu waktuku saja. Oke. Nah, kabel siap. Oke. Kabel sudah siap. Demek ke kuping maksudnya, katanya gitu. Suara kamu baru bangun tidur sih berdemek. Masa iya? Berapa? Berdemek. It's okay guys. Enggak, kayaknya PRX tuh memang tadi 2 round tadi tuh udah throw ini sih. Kayak ya udahlah. Kayak ya udahlah. Suara kamu kalau lagi diem berdemek banget. Keren, Gin. Nice. Kayaknya itu playmakernya ya guys ya. Siapa sih itu? Aku nggak hafal guys.
An incredible final round that was. I thought Mythia was going to blow them up with a rocket. It turns out nothing happened. That was nuts.
Absolutely incredible stuff. Heretics cannot lose.
Casternya juga kurang ajar ya.
They come out and look
incredible
monyet on Lotus. I think playing up against the PRX who they have something playing the best map we've seen from this tournament.
Something MVP atau.
But the man of the match was absolutely Mini Boo.
See? He's doing great. It's alright. Alright,
never
guys.
seen anything else like it. It looks like he's in the Matrix. Every time he's sliding into one of these forward plays, he's just so precise at avoiding utility and isolating
second
these
frag
kills.
loh.
Well, this is the thing, you know,
Second frag
Miniboo,
loh.
you might even look at the kills there and see Benji Fish. He ends up with more kills than him, but it's the way Miniboo's doing. It's the impact of those opening kills when you're
Tapi something sih memang panas banget sih, sayang banget.
For your squad. And as you can see there, securing it by not only getting onto a site, but then continuing the aggression further into their spawn. You know, we talk a lot about PRX being a squad, especially previously, but still a squad that has that identity as being able to come out, like GB says, and punch you in the mouth. But here, it looks like they weren't able to match up pound for pound on Lotus.
Just look at his movement. This guy is he's incredible at this agent. No one else
ini yang nge-taunting.
There's a reason, because I think mechanically
ini yang nge-taunting. Oh iya, gue catat tuh namanya.
So well. Beyond just being a fragger and setting up these plays, his stuns are also so incredibly impactful.
Ntar guys, alt tap sebentar. Alt tap dikit gak ngaruh.
Preventing swings and trades from
alt tap
PRX.
dikit.
It really is such an incredible
alt tap dikit ya guys ya.
Heretics build around incredibly well.
Yeah, it really feels
Ayo, siapa mau siapin sahur? Siapin sahur dulu ya, teman-teman.
Just blown away by how many can take an agent
siapin dulu
that no one else
sahurnya.
is really using to great effect and own it. Own it like a champ. That stuff right there, that's the stuff of legend though. But let's actually go ahead
mereka
and
nggak
check out our
nge-stick
HyperX
sama
reflex
taktik
moment
yang
of the
kemarin
day.
ya.
Of course, we gotta show some love though to the other side of the field. Gotta show some love to something. He's always gonna do some silliness though, right? And Mitch, you know, again, you're really gonna be looking for this output from something, especially going into map 3.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Especially if he pulls the Gecko back out. That's when I'd be excited. But this is absolutely beautiful. Even in slow motion, it looks a little bit too quick. He's jumping around, gaining advantages on top of boxes to close out that round, and gave PRX a heartbeat towards the end of the game. That could have carried them across the line. This time, a little shy.
Yeah, this was honestly not a terrible map from PRX. The players like something were going really, really strong. And on top of that, they had some great ideas. Their pistol round in the second half in particular really impressed me. This team is showing that, well, not everything is ready. They're not in their final form yet. They still do have a lot of these preset ideas prepped up that they've executed on quite well, which is part of the reason it's so difficult. And here's that round in question, right? They're instantly pressuring towards C, making it look like there's more pressure on that side. Heretics is drawn into this A site. And guess what? Massive stack ready to go here. A trap play set up with the paranoia, the flash, and the nade all coming out in conjunction. When PRX can get ahead on these calls and execute these set plays, they have the individuals to absolutely shut you down. It was some great moments from them, and yeah, just really impressive that Heretics are still taking us to a third despite rounds like that.
Yeah, absolutely, because it wasn't just used there in the pistol, right? We saw the follow-up again, I think 2 rounds later, where this squad is trying to push out and take control over Mound, and you see this constant bombardment, not just the paranoia, not just the sky flash, but the nade as well. The door open for a player to take a fight inside of it. It's so difficult to deal with that many players and that much utility coming your way so early on in the round.
We're going to split now, and you got to be worried for PRX, because this map did not look good for them the other day, right? When they were playing up against EDG, they were constantly space on these flanks.
Thank you, Drill.
Using the grab control when PRX is on their defense, because they're running a triple duelist, double
bisa nggak sih guys, map 3 guys, tapi nggak tahu kalau misalnya mereka pertahanin 3 duelis, gue nggak ngerti lagi. Ya, saya tidak mengerti lagi. Apakah mereka akan kapok kali ini? I don't know. Let's see.
Out of Heretics here. As we jump into this one as well, there's just really, like, I think at this point now we have it's a BO1, you gotta shake it off, right? Heretics certainly riding that high coming out of that last game. But with PRX, what we've seen, even when we were looking at those pistols, even when you think like, oh man, PRX licking their wounds, they will find a way to get right back in it. So Heretics can't let them back in.
Well, you know, one of my concerns is that Heretics barely made it across the line in that one, and then you look at Split, a map that
nggak pilihan siapa-siapa, emang sisanya jadi decider, guys.
Back to it, Casey had them figured out. They demolished them. You mentioned the EDG game. I think it was a 13-9
Split
loss
decider,
for their
guys.
opponents.
Ini udah map terakhir
looked a little better because Heretics was 13-5. Agent select in, and
PRX, I'm happy to see this. They're reinventing the club a little bit, switching to buy on to initiative the sky instead of
no sentinel again.
Basically that
no
sentinel is in the mix, so they still don't have a sentinel.
Wait, emang boleh monyet omen? Okay.
And they're gonna have a lot more utility.
Let's go. We got this. Okay.
like this.
Monyet, I see you. Okay, we good. We good. We good now.
The problem
Okay.
with Split is you're much more boxed in terms of what you can do. There's not as many open avenues and not as much space for you to see that crash in.
Now we trust.
In front of their home crowd.
Now we trust. For second race, Omen Monyet. Okay.
Do it here on Split.
Okay.
What a moment it would be for the Spanish organization.
You're so right, Mimi. This is
Neon nggak? Mini Bu nggak pakai Neon.
for
Oke.
Heretics to win in front of this crowd, but
Oke, ada harapan guys, ada harapan guys. Oke, let's go, let's go. Ternyata mereka kapok. Oke.
Guys, let's get to it, man.
Tapi ada breeze, ada breeze lagi, ada breach.
And we set our sights to Split. Now I was anticipating
Monyet,
silly
I trust your Omen, please. Please be good, please be good. Aku percaya sama Omen kamu.
Throw in that triple duelist once more.
Aku percaya sama Omen kamu.
Going back to something that's a bit more, I mean, tried and tested.
Jason race? Yes, Jason pakai race. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
He said
I'm
W gaming
so
is 2023, so we've got to figure something out for this year.
I'm so excited.
This really feels like Madrid has been an evolution process of PRX, trying to figure out their identity, struggling to reinvent themselves a little. Let's see how good they look running basically
Kayak aku
last
kebanyakan
year's
kafein
meta
deh guys,
composition,
agak
except
pusing.
with Monyet not on the Astra.
Boo. Straight up through. Look at that. Smoke to cut off the at least
The fuck,
backwards
this
retreat
guy?
potential for the punish, but everybody just wants to react into this one. PRX through into B. They realize it's an open site.
Just looking for the hard lurk player, but I think PRX's comp won't have as much of a hard lurk.
They're in back site. They want to try and take a fight.
Paranoia.
It's Paranoia. Off of whose contact? Something's here. Let loose, let rip. Boo hits the deck. Now there's plenty more players just trying to scoop up and vacuum back up that space. Heretics are worried about it.
They're using the flash there to stop the trade, not to set up the kill. Hyper confident that something's going to win the duel.
Now just walking right into it. Look at this. Forsaken! Oh my!
It's another immaculate pistol round from PRX.
Guys.
And the thrifties, the low buys in general,
What
have been really solid for
guys?
PRX.
Guys? Major win gone for man. It's
guys.
I mean, the reason why these maps have been so
you know what?
Pistol rounds, the bonus rounds, the ecos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Forsaken even going for the shorty in this round, just so that he can set up a play like that. So good. Boo scratching his head just a little there.
We win pistol round,
Team
guys.
Heretics were very much playing for the retake. They went for that early round aggression into the opposite side of the map, and kind of funneling PRX into the B hit so that they could play retake, and it ended up just getting crushed by post-plant aggression. Got to be wary of that. Something is on a heater so far.
It's popping off. Stack though. Nade. Stun. Flooding back in. Lines it up, but Boo was able to just at least capitalize from the back line.
You got Vandal. You got Vandal. Something.
Round and around.
Careful.
The pillar we go. The kills. Found once more for Boo. But that classic 3 versus 3. They haven't given up over of the weapons though. They've been
something. Lu beli Vandal, jangan sampai nih Vandal jatuh ke tangan musuh.
Really heavily favored despite losing people.
Heaven. One. Whoa!
Okay. Oh, very close on that timing.
Stealing sight.
Paranoia. Forwards. Just clipping the side of the head with the wall taking most of the damage.
Mamma mia!
Mamma mia! Farming up towards the Blade Storm.
Yeah. And that's
I
amazing
like that
because
energy.
Monyet
I like that
and
so much.
Forsaken both
Yes.
didn't really invest into that round.
Down
They can
that
start to
bit.
buy. Something's getting
Down
close
that
to the Blade
bit,
Storm
bro.
too.
Yes, sir.
Real power
Yes,
on the
sir.
And I think this is what,
Itulah.
like you said, Brett,
Kalau
one of the
lu-
biggest reasons why PRX have been able
Itulah.
to make this a
Kalau
really
lu
close series
ini
so
ya.
far. Putting a lot of pressure on Heretics when Heretics look better in the gun rounds.
Nyom. Ya, makanya jangan taunting seng saya, bro. Okay.
Turn the frowns upside down for a lot of the fans.
Benji is hiding in this
Oh my god, this guy.
Through, hiding into the corner, but what can he really do? There's a cage just to play anti-flash position.
Shit.
Nasty adjustment. Snaps upwards. They don't know where he is. They're trying to hunt him down.
Oh shit, what the fuck?
Anything.
And something did not even try to get the trade. He went for a react play into heaven.
He's in heaven. Camped.
Oh shit.
That's wild. That
Okay,
is
that's wild. Okay, guys.
When the Jet engages like that, and
Guys.
his elbow, you expect,
Guys, I mean,
I would say 100% of
guys,
the time, the Jet
guys,
is going to
can
then
we-
go back into sight to make sure you
Can we
deal
take
with that troublesome player. Benji normally should be able
okay,
to get one there and then just get shot in the back.
Guys, we chill. Chill a bit.
But my God. what
Chill a
time
bit. Pinter
to really
banget ya
shine.
kamera Cypher di
And
sono.
okay, It hasn't broken
you sit. You better sit, bro. You sit down. You sit down, Biat.
I got to agree.
You sit down, Biat. Oh my god. God damn it, you guys.
You anticipate anything else other than it, Mini Boo? He holds it down.
Ya Allah, guys.
He finds that kill against his adversary.
Biat.
Another player who's just been phenomenal individually for Heretics. They've had the firepower today to be able to go toe-to-toe with PRX. It's just about...
Itu siapa sih? Ih, nyebelin anjir.
Really important rounds across the line.
Ball fades, spots it, one player, stun. Fault line to re-peek. Flash through around the back.
And a re-clear. Something can tell the rest of his team there that clearly there's a stack over towards B Heaven if they're going to make a play like that.
It's trips. Disgusting one out towards Heaven. That's to punish a player who might be just trying to updraft, satchel their way up through main into that spot.
And that's a classic play that something will go for. What a re-clear. Beautiful read.
The timing could not have been better. Now it's left up to just a few stragglers, PRX players. Nice movement, at least the tip top.
Yo, what the fuck? Hey.
Precision.
Wake up. Wake
On
up.
display, fully in control. You dare set your sights for your whatsoever near his sight, because this guy is on one.
This fucking...
He looks amazing. I mean, he must have gone for the pop-off after that round too. If he's already calling himself...
panas nih orang anjir. Gila, di swing loh.
Throw all the superlatives out there.
Gila, nice swing.
He is giving it.
No, you sit. You better sit. You sit.
Silencing them. Look at that.
Ew.
Cheeky with it.
But he is looking monstrous over here.
Cheeky Bliat. Ew. Ini mohon maaf ya kakak. Mohon maaf ya mimin PRX saya nggak suka kalau OSI saya diginiin ya. Lihat.
Well deserved, but
better sit, bro.
early. This is the final
Tenang
map between both
lagi.
these teams. Everything's on the line. To think that a couple rounds like that are going to rattle PRX, even in a crowd like this, oh, you would be sorely mistaken. These are tried and tested players who've been able to get it done before. Everything against them. And sure, there are other reasons why you might want to doubt them over here on Split. Their first time picking up this composition after a while playing the triple duelist. But still, Heretics are showcasing they have a system that works. One of the downsides, actually, of Team Heretics' composition is that they don't have an info initiator. But if they can find good timings to flash re-clear areas, and PRX fall into it like they did in the previous
gimana ya?
round,
Mungkin saya akan dimarahin nih sama Mimin, tapi Min, aduh Min, saya nggak bisa menahan Min. Kalau yang udah begini nih udah nggak bisa Min. Gimana ya Min ya?
Looking like they might have wanted to send it, but no, just pausing here in the camp. Up above, oh my.
What the
just some well-timed spam there based on the wall going up.
Hoki banget, so. Nice.
Benji's in the same spot again.
Kayaknya jangan ke Anges sih.
By all
Dia tadi
metrics,
udah
I mean,
bagus
that should be
banget
just a
loh.
one and done. But the man's been making it a 3
Anjir,
done.
hoki banget.
It's also
so.
really good because it pulls people onto really deep, committed angles that the rest of your team can play off.
Nade, fault line.
This is
down.
This is dangerous actually for Paddy.
Giving up heaven control, Benji though still. Guess what? Same spot here. Yeah, not really with the guns though. The flashing is good and the connection.
Oh, what the hell? What the hell?
Locking it down and through with the riflesman. Yet.
No, you die.
Too much more you can do.
Even with re-ends.
Udah jangan ke A lagi apa?
He still manages to deliver in that position.
He's
so comfortable playing from there. Seen him play that
ya Allah, gila, lihat tuh hokinya.
But you see, even when Moniak goes for that elbow push, it doesn't pull his crosshair. He waits for the next player through. And Riens is sending those flashes so that he can play off the back of it too, right? He's playing himself into the spot.
I'm so sad here.
Oh, keblind.
Cute. Yeah, something to clean up slightly. Early ramp. At the beginning of this round.
Masih mau ke A.
This is the first time where we've seen PRX.
Masih mau ke A.
Itu
B cuma ada Omen lo.
Both sides of the map at the
same time. B cuma ada Omen lo. Hello. Ma'am, hello.
I can't believe Benji is in the same damn
spot. But they also just keep wanting to go A, despite the fact that Benji's been doing this one.
Iya
And they're
lo,
walking out,
masih
they're walking
lo,
away.
masih lo, Forsaken, hey, Jason, Mamang.
Forsaken as a wrist breaker, but he doesn't land any shots in the process.
Astagfirullahaladzim, ya
And they're left
Allah,
stunned
ya
almost, really.
Rasulullah.
The fact that Forsaken, who is now playing the race,
Babang.
is not clearing that position because he's like, right, guys, Benji cannot be there 3 rounds in a row.
Right there.
That would be silly.
That would be silly. But sometimes silly's what it takes.
Kagak kapok.
Because a team like PRX,
Ya.
something in the attack side up, reveals his hand. Everybody backing
Nggak
away.
tahu
Though.
lagi
What
lah,
you were talking about
Pucok.
earlier, Josh, you know,
Udah
that
3
prior
round
map
begitu
control,
terus ya
they were gaining
diapalin
B
lah,
main at the
kocak.
same time. They're leaving something really to his own devices. There's so much danger.
Right.
But look, if something wants to clear this corner that Benji's been playing in, he has to come out
Kebuka
so
banget
wide.
something.
Look at this. I mean, even with it, oh, the movement.
Nice.
It's nice. No way. Committal! Timing!
There's no way.
Boo! Oh, boo! What? My God! No one spotted him. No one
Nice
pinged him.
Mind
Mind Freak eventually cleans him up. But listen, reinforcements are a while away. And with the spike drop down, it's a save.
I would love to see that from Monyet's perspective.
Apaan
Is
dah?
that the one spot? Okay, so when you ult as an Omen, your vision slowly improves over time. And I'm wondering, was he just looking in the wrong direction at the end of the ultimate? Could he not see Boo? Is that a situation where the Omen ult obscured his
Monyet
vision
bisa
a little
ngeliat
bit?
gitu loh di
Because
backside
often he will try to
tadi.
set up high-low peaks with the Omen
Nih.
ult. He'll use it as
Lihat
bait to
nih ya.
pull the crosshair. Let's see it from his POV. He just
Keren, nggak
Oh,
ngeliat,
he sees
keren.
But there's,
Nggak
it doesn't feel like he
di-cancel.
reacts quick enough
Aduh,
or
nyet.
potentially comes it either.
Cleared too late.
Nice try, Nyet.
Cleared way too late.
That is a
Aduh,
weird one.
tuh kan. Ya. That's exactly my reaction.
PRX are genuinely looking
That's
rattled here.
exactly my reaction, bro.
Not something
Yes.
that I was expecting to say right at the beginning of
Relax, man.
Split.
Relax, bro.
And really a little mentally out of it.
Yeah. I mean, his early timeout's being taken by
What the fuck,
PRX.
smoke-nya bisa kayak gitu?
A few rounds ago.
He's missed the feet.
He's missed it. Can't quite see it now. He sees it though. Spotted. Exchange of the fire. The flash, no connection.
Udah, ke B aja, yuk.
Up towards B main.
Yuk ke B, yuk. They're faking?
Some bite to the round, of course.
They go mid?
Even with
Really?
the limited weaponry of PRX. Never know when they're going to hit some shots off. But really, I mean, Heretics on full display, I think, with a lot of their defensive setups.
They're going to stun re-clear mid here.
Don't leave anything to chance.
suka banget pakai bulldog ya, Beb.
Forwards, mini boot. Just peeking out wide.
No.
Some
Not a
bullets.
good
They're
idea.
trying to
B aja
just
nggak sih?
retreat.
B.
They stopped them before they even got to the trip.
Haven't even cleared it.
Aduh, Forsaken.
Second's wondering how to
Dua-duanya
break
ada
this
loh.
one. Guess what? You can't. Really, you have to swing into it.
No, it's horrible. It's a really horrible trip to deal with. Very powerful.
Crossing back through main, running out of really opportunities. Jumping peak by something, back through, in and out.
Yang bener
Drifting with
aja.
the movement. Did he know the device pushed up onto this angle? It seems like Boo has that awareness. Forsaken through mid. There's a rocket. It's sent loose and flying again. Where's it?
Wah, yang bener aja.
Kill him, man. He's still
Wah, yang bener aja. Yang bener aja. Yang bener aja.
Are making a mockery of the PRX.
Yang bener aja.
Nails him.
Wah, kacau. Dah, TO nggak sih? Woi, TO woi.
Do not come to me.
Wah, kacau.
But I gotta say,
Kacau.
this was kind of
Guys,
shambolic, the
don't
way
get
that PRX played
tilted.
this. Why are they peeking with an op through the
Wah,
smoke instead of letting the showstopper provide the pressure?
Wah,
And at least figuring out,
sinting.
forcing some kind of play out of him.
Not synced up.
Do you see that? Benji predicting the fact that Alex is going to be smacking his desk.
Yep.
I swear that's what he's going for there.
Oh my God!
I'm going to be honest, I thought there was going to be more there after the oh my God.
TO kan aduh.
But it's another
pusing.
timeout, the
Reset nggak sih?
second one. Short succession here for
Enggak.
PRX.
Ini udah
You
tilted
can feel
ini.
it, the necessity of it.
Am I overreacting here to say this just looks
Yeah,
cooked?
calm down.
We are,
Calm
so,
the
I mean,
fuck
we're only
down,
7 rounds
guys.
in.
Calm
A
the
team like
fuck down,
PRX
boys.
can still come back, but the manner in which these rounds are going down, Benji's in the
Stop.
same
Dia belum-
corner of A. I mean, people are going to be calling that the Benji fishing spot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how these kind of things emerge within the game.
Emang PRX
And
nggak
then
boleh
also
menang
Boo
pistol
just
orang,
holding
guys.
down B on his own against 3 players and a showstopper. These rounds are not
It's okay, it's
looking
okay.
good. not looking clean for PRX.
Something udah panas loh.
Sometimes when you mix up the comp last minute, you're playing something like this away from what you've just been screwing with, playing with an officials.
Ini untung matchnya nggak siang ya guys. Kalau siang ya gue udah batal puasanya ini.
Especially if you haven't put it into practice, and it really puts demand on everybody to just try and cook up something to get through this. But the trouble is when you're running against such a well-drilled setup like Heretics, when they have these retake protocols, when they have all these ideas,
tapi kalau setup begitu gampang
inevitable that you're going to be failing. If you are improving and they've already, come up with a Google Doc 20 steps ahead, you're not going to have it.
Okay, but Patty's position right now, getting squeezed.
Yep, stun, lay down.
Nice something, nice something.
Only move and he is being squeezed. So, a rifle obtained.
Yes,
Reward for their troubles. Now they're really just making the moves out towards Heaven.
Aduh, Heaven banyak bang.
Away from the precious corner that he's been loving to play in. Back towards, again, screens, one-way smokes. At least the cages.
You got this, you got this, you got this.
Gives him that cover in fire, and yet finally puts him down, blinded. Brilliant! You absolute animal! You absolute beast! And Munyet, what can you do? Rolling thunder up in the air, target practice.
Kepala gue panas. Kepala gue panas.
They will not be dislodged from Spain.
Aduh, guys, lower your ego. Guys, jangan tilted. Aduh, please lah. Wah, gila. What the fuck is that?
It's a paranoia play. Another part of the setup, right? But at the same time, you still don't expect Rians to be good enough to pick up 3 off the back in such a short space of time.
Filthy.
Yo, you better shut the fuck up.
Cutting it into the round, the options running out. Paranoia finally clears into the corner, but
clearing screen. Dia selalu di situ. Astaga, kok bisa? Nice. Elbow. Nice. Take the
and open it. Found and claimed. The site is theirs.
Heaven got clear. Hey.
Back away from this one. 2v4 players are low.
Astagfirullahalazim, kok bisa begitu sih?
Maybe a possibility.
These players are
wah, gila.
2v2.
Ma'am.
Seekers have to be used. She's trying to count for the players' positions. Broken. Mini Boo scared about it. Nade rebound.
What the fuck?
Munyet. In a 1v2, this started as a 4v2.
Elbow, dua-duanya elbow. Elbow itu nge-step Monyet.
Discipline, name on the game. A dodge, a weave, a duck.
I believe it.
Saves the bloody day.
I believe in you, Cahya. Cahya.
In the round after.
I know I believe in you, Cahya. Please.
But I've got to be honest with you, Brett.
Please calm a bit, guys.
I'm not happy with it.
Wow, nice
in the
swing.
Sense that they get one on the board, and they figured out how to deal with the A anchors. Yeah, okay, good stuff. Disappointment on the face there of the Heretics fans.
Yes.
But it's mirrored within the coaching booth of PRX, because even when things go well, there are problems.
Please, calm down a bit.
He's in their faces right now.
Calm down. Mundur
nggak? A bit adjusted though. He can't quite find it. Flash, push him away. Gotta respect that one now.
He was looking to try to punish the Trailblazer coming out from Dubai, but he couldn't quite. Forsaken had a nade up in his face. Yeah, they kind of called a cancel there. And Benji is watching. Mythic tries to take a timing.
Through the smoke.
Shut down.
Yeah, bro, that's
your
sick.
wee little legs right into the B anchor. Guess what? It's
we're going for Boo, are we?
Yeah.
Benji on one side, Boo on the other.
Good luck to you. How do you clear him? Boo avoids it. Round to the back. Still with the shotgun. No way. No.
Nice for second itu.
Maybe just hearing it, possibly off the sound cues panic attack though. He took that timing and took that chance, gifted with one.
Bro, saya tidak pernah
My God!
See? Guys, kalian tuh bisa kalau
Shadows of the Ace the Forsaken got
itulah.
That was incredible individual ability to be able to push them across the line.
Itulah.
You're not really doing anything about that.
Jangan emosi, guys.
Tried to bring it to them. Double kind of walked out through that.
Oh my God, nice banget. Tadi Monyet juga nice banget covernya.
Neilzinho's immediately taken a timeout, and I think he's going to be trying to talk to them about maybe setting themselves up a little bit so that they have the perfect timing to get out through the smoke.
Yeah.
But there wasn't much
so
of a mistake there. the timing wasn't
Wow guys, aku marah banget sumpah.
More credit, in my opinion, to how good Forsaken's aim looks, rather than anything
Langsung
looking
TO
too
kan lo.
sloppy for Heretics.
Goblok.
And to be honest with you, Brent, if PRX are able to put another 2 on the board here and tie this up 6-6, it will be a miracle for them. Because they were looking so down.
Yuk, 6-6 yuk, bisa yuk. Yuk. 6-6 yuk. Nice half.
I don't want to throw questions into the mix anymore. They've been proven
Pusing
themselves.
gua.
They have the showstopper to work with here as well, right? And also,
Bro,
they've shown
ini
that
tuh belum final ya guys, tapi saya udah marah-marah ya. Kayak aduh.
When they went for the A hit, they had a paranoia
What the
towards where
fuck?
Benji
Yes.
plays.
I
They
will.
waited
No,
to
bercanda
force him
guys.
inside of his cage and then double cleared it.
Hey,
You know, they're
Jason,
really
you
thinking
got
and trying to
this.
adapt on the fly. Not so much macro adjustments, but the small stuff. In our site exec, let's put this piece of utility here instead to deal with this.
Apakah meta diem guys atau meta malding guys? Gimana nih guys? Crowdnya nyebelin, nggak apa-apa guys, nggak apa-apa.
Just enough.
Yes, they need to call for good. Yes, I know, right?
Retreating to the back of the side nade. This will clear.
Calm
One
down a
of the
bit.
trips, maybe even
Nice.
both. They're lucky. It does.
Nice, tripnya
No more defenses. Cages
nice
have to be
entry.
popped off and
Hati-hati
Utah has to come
something.
flying. Anchor, flood, call. Now the showstopper rocket.
Astaga.
What a shot! Clay Pigeon shooting, and he's removed the major threat. But through the back of the site, they're not ready for it. Fast on the
Monyet.
tempo, and PRX are
I
increasing
believe
it
in you.
all the way through.
I believe in you guys.
Was feeling that heat.
Nice, something there you.
Just like that, the round is finished.
Ngeng.
Very few chances of success.
The round should be finished. The round should be finished.
And
Okay.
it is.
Thank you.
Monya and something both
Hashtag
go to the
WGaming guys.
exploration.
Hashtag WGaming. Hashtag WGaming. Hashtag
Who slips
WGaming.
cracks? Something's there.
Ayo, 6-6 yuk, bisa yuk. Yuk,
Okay, there was an adjustment
6-6
from
yuk.
Heretics
6-6
too.
yuk.
Rians, instead of playing
6-6.
over towards screens, he tried to get in on the site so that they could double up.
6-6
But
yuk,
after
bisa
dealing
yuk.
with Forsaken, they were
6-6.
just not ready for the second player.
6-6.
You know, once Monya swings into backside here,
We got this.
Rians and Benji are not ready for that at all. For some reason, they
Itu
just did
mamanya
not
siapa?
catch the timing.
Mak siapa itu coy?
So, somehow, PRX,
Game
mentally
bodoh ini.
resilient, one away from a tie.
But I love it.
Feeling empowered now, setting it forwards. Change the setup.
Okay.
Seems like wherever they go, they're just
Something.
destined to try and meet Benji Fishy with some of these setups, but they do
Kalau lu
clear
dapet tuh
the
orang,
trip. At least
gua
towards B main,
beliin
and they're
McD.
keeping Monyet in that position.
Kalau mau. Kalau enggak ya udah.
Boo's also decided to just play a hyper-aggressive angle. With the Viper Pit in mid as well, this is going to be cutting up, removing those options available for PRX. If anybody tries to walk through the trip, tries to go fast through it as well,
Pakai trap wire ya.
they will have that
Gila
trip in
banget.
the pit on top of it, but it's broken.
It's definitely Boo's position that's the most vulnerable, but PRX are moving away from that into the stacked site.
And to be, what's the call?
Nasty
Mini Boo's
camera
holding the nade.
placement, dude.
Trailblazer sends it flying. Actually predicting this one to just run forwards with the nice
Let's go.
split.
We got this
Already
boys.
there with the blade some out wide.
We got this boys.
Nasty stuff.
We got this boys. Boys!
Holy
fucking
Finally,
god,
the
man.
angry player removed 2 versus
Nice
2.
out.
Viper's Pit.
Nice out.
It's a murky territory now. It's going to be sweeping across the site. A tap, forcing
We
the
got
util
this.
out.
We got this boys. Oh my god.
Divide.
good.
The balls.
Very close.
Bullets. Almost going down.
Chill.
2 versus
Chill.
2 still.
Yes, chill.
Patience being played now. Gaps and positions to be watched for. And what is the
Chill.
call for either side? How do you choose to play it?
Chill.
Divide. Holding the angle. Stepping out wide, Patatek. Taking it in his stride as a game of timies. They're just bumping into each other. And PRX on the brink. The pit will fall though, toppled, decayed.
Very low.
Back up to the health.
He's
Paranoia wide. Boo's got the smoke and a tap onto it. Spraying now. Boo sticking.
Nice dapat. Itulah. Nice half. Nice half. Nice half.
Rounds in a row.
Nice
You
half.
can never count this team out.
Duh, pen pipis tadi gua guys. Aduh, gimana ini?
By the time it got to round
Good
8,
half, guys.
here,
Oh
Benji
my
putting on
Benji,
absolute
what the
heroics.
hell?
But
That's
the problem
nasty,
being,
bro.
they needed to get the flood defend going so that Mindfreak couldn't pit. Once the pit was down, pretty much game over for Heretics. They tried their best, but we're heading into
Tolol
a
bet ini,
tied
anjir.
half to decide this. It's not even a BO1 anymore.
Jantungan.
Anyone's game at this point, really. Anyone's game at all for the second half. Our final map in this series. Now, earlier we heard from Monyet. Let's hear from him a little bit about this match.
Meta nahan pipis, really?
I'm the duelist of PRX. I
Yes.
feel like we're not playing up to our performance yet from what we practice, but I believe that we will overcome this.
It's okay, I believe in you.
This is my first time playing against CDG, and all the boys already played G like twice or 3 times. But I would say, I think we misread them in the game, and also we have like some like communication problem in those crucial rounds, I would say.
Not a lot really to play with. They're going to try and just almost run their way through it, but they're slowly being revealed every single time they try and make their way through. Finally, the Reckoning will fade, but Mind Freak now in position. A cove for Forsaken to try and almost fight with it, and they are falling like flies. Forsaken winning every battle!
I mean, it's really hard.
Iya, kalau gue di sana, gue udah pasang spanduk, tau gak sih, pecel lele PRX.
And also happen in Pacific Kickoff. I mean, the goal for this tournament is just we go one by one, you know. It's not like we need to go to playoff, but if we had a bad tournament, I mean, everyone's just okay, you know, because we're not setting up the high expectation for this tournament. I just like want to go step by step, you know.
It's okay.
Maybe that's the key to some of the resilience that's been on display here by PRX. I mean, just step by step, round by round, match by match. I mean, not expecting anything moving into this tournament. He even said it himself, you know, like not even expecting playoffs or anything like that. But they're on the verge here of removing potentially one of the tournament favorites, one of the arena favorites at least. I mean, still even footings. Maybe getting ahead of myself here, but something at the top of the scoreboard. This guy's been lighting the world on fire. He's been lighting the map on fire. He's awoken.
Yeah. You look at the 2 players at the top of the scoreboard. Benji's done everything he could possibly ask to do on the defense. But I don't see how he's going to be able to influence these attack rounds in the same kind of way. At least not easily. Whereas something on Jet in this comp, he can have enormous impact on attack and defense. This pistol doesn't look like PRX are in position to try to fight it unless something finds a timing up through vent.
Ilya from vent.
Caught behind them.
Nice. Retake aja, guys.
Control, vitally important here.
Retake,
Guess what? Everybody just grouped up onto the side with the exception of NG
Retake.
To stop this retake from coming through. They're all on site.
When you get there, make sure to not get
on paper, at least just staring at the mini-map, because now, look at it, ground control gained. Smoking off the main angle, look at them, they were trying to refight, it's just walking through these smokes, and well,
nice.
with the decay kicking in.
Kayaknya tidak ada di pistol ya guys ya.
Still here, Benji Fishy, cleaned up everybody.
Nicely done, guys.
Pistol round for PRX, so consistent with it, to such a high degree now.
Yeah, and I feel like PRX mostly have been winning them themselves by virtue of great ideas. That one I think
4B, ya nggak apa-apa guys.
By Team Heretics,
Biar
I
A-nya
really
di
did not
retake.
like what they were going for in the post plan there. Didn't make any sense to me. They needed to be repositioning to try to, you know, take another piece of map control or at least set up some crossfires. That is a rough
Kamu
fight.
lihat pistol apa yang dipakai oleh monyet guys? Iya, langsung aja ya beli kapsul klasik PRX agar mendapatkan aim seperti
If
monyet.
the pistols and the eco rounds and stuff had been more even, Heretics would be out to a massive lead right now, but they're not. That is not reality.
Let's go.
PRX are winning in those important situations.
Remain take, nade, rebounds with the stun.
Very annoying
Connection
shit.
with the dog. Forsaken, he's looking for a little bit more, because it will mean his
Gila banget, dimajuin, keren.
Picked up.
Keren. Wanjing.
Stragglers.
Sah, anjing gila banget monyet. Nice, gila banget.
They can't afford to buy really anything
Taunting
into
gak
it
sih?
because they're worried being pushed down onto light.
Hashtag apa men? Hashtag WGaming, hashtag WGaming, hashtag WGaming.
They outlaw as much. So there is some
Hashtag WGaming, hashtag WGaming, hashtag
knock-on
WGaming, hashtag
effect of
WGaming. Hashtag WGaming.
Forsaken and something going for that weapon as much.
Iya, refleks anjing,
makes
maaf
those
ya kak.
follow-up rounds after the pistol a lot easier.
Langsung refleks guys. Gila sampai
Nowhere close to any ultimates for Heretics.
Ah, kami
They
tuh
can't even
streamnya
think
udah
about
malam.
getting those online.
Buat hashtag
Instead, they've got to
WGaming,
worry
yes.
about
Udah
headshots
stream
coming out
malam-malam
from the
demi
outlaw.
hashtag
Because
WGaming
we have
guys.
seen some
Thank you.
filthy
Wah, ada
stuff
Abel,
from
halo
something
Abel.
Lotus.
Tekan W untuk maju.
Yeah, faking like they could be taking control of B main. Which they are, they just disrespect
Gila,
it.
nice kamera banget.
Running straight past the cam, not worried about
Ini
any
Mbak
sort
Mbak
of
di tengah
trap
boleh
play.
diam, nggak
Someone's
mau.
on something with dash. Active.
We got this.
Smells like something is up for him.
Hoki banget hidup lu.
But at the same time, for Heretics, they should be able to get a read on what's going on. This is like the most default
Mitis
way
bulan
of
depan
playing
1M gue botak. Oke, Reza.
Apart from the fact that Monyet's a little further forward than you would expect.
Monyet, jangan lupa pick, Dede.
Certainly should be able to get an idea of what's happening.
We're gaming for what actually?
They're gonna
Maju!
Whoa. That's a team flash with a paranoia connecting onto Forsaken. Yeah, just trying to reclear.
But look at this. The defenders here are going to be faster than the attackers. They could try to react off the back of this, but PRX have got the read. They know that was fake B main.
Pure pixel angle. All that adjustment there. Just one to the body. 140 down and out. Mind Freak. Off angle here could do some serious damage, serious work. Once more, nail it down. They're all stacked up. Flash rebounded, but he's playing anti inside the smoke. Drops down. Still got a shorty as well. Will it be cleared? Yes, it will. Rians, good adjustment. Snaps to the side, but they're not expecting the back of the site. But yet, still here. The Spectre, a bit of running gun, could do some work, but not enough. But the bullets just barely tagging. Reclearance down. Boo. Great work. Great work with composure.
Important positioning from Boo.
It's okay, guys. Bonus round.
But I was still very worried. From a macro perspective, Team Heretics hit the site there as PRX were expecting it. Right? The defense is favored in that spot.
Gila, mereka nge-holdnya lama bet lama.
And that's partly because PRX are more willing to go for those rotates, hard reads, gambles. Heretics, sometimes the perfect is the enemy of the good. If you take your time trying to clear every single position,
nice iko. Dapat 2 kita soalnya.
More time for the defenders to rotate.
Nice iko. Kayaknya Kamete perlu casterin. Masa gitu? Enggak, meta diem guys, meta diem. Bacot berak. Sorry, meta diem.
Was going for early ramp pressure.
Push back up onto the angle. Oh my, doubled up flash, avoided and dodge Forsaken! Hopes and dreams, talk about it, dashed away, rocket rebound! Goodness me.
Meta diem.
Relentless.
Meta diem.
A little bit more, Boo. Sneaking around the sewers, mini Boo. It's your turn.
You better eat that! Yes, eat that, bro! Eat.
And that's that early work that Forsaken was putting in, just trying to fire those orbs, disrespect them. Making sure that the kills
meta diem.
Can use it to just set it up like that. Listen, they're probably going to win the round anyway.
Meta diem guys.
Those opening 2 kills, but he just seals it, doesn't he?
He does seal it, and at the same time too, that's an eco
CCLK nggak sih guys?
So it's an important one to be able to secure. I think most teams would be happy in the 5v3 to save the ultimate for a better occasion.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's even the optimal play. But it is important to get yourself out in the lead here. PRX now favored to go up by 3.
Kerasukan jingkah manis. Meta diem. Sorry.
Forsaken has just been a monster.
Meta diem.
Individually.
Form-wise, it's really being decided.
Bang, kamu sendiri, Bang.
Factor at play.
He's just so good.
Finishes him off. 2 full, reposition a Mind Freak. Sound back into it. Dog's gonna spot 2. They want a few more. What is that?
Meta diem dulu nggak sih, manis?
Disgusting. Satchel.
Berak.
This is relentless.
Unbelievable. The first half was Benji and Boo trying to hold
meta diem nggak sih? Eat that dog, bro.
Forsaken's just
2 kali flawless, guys.
Don't worry, I got it. I got this half. Hop in the backpack. Do not fret.
Nasty flick. Whoosh.
Not even on it. But no, I mean, Forsaken not willing to end their tournament lifeline this early.
Meta diem. Guys, diem guys. Kalian lama. Kalian nggak bisa diem dah. Ya, langsung TO dia. Ya, kok TO sih, Kak? Enggak. Gua nggak mau sombong, guys. Taruh. Gua nggak mau sombong. Lu diem, oke, gua diem. Aku diam. Alt tab dulu nggak sih? Alt tab sebentar. Bentar guys, alt tab dikit nggak ngaruh guys. Salah screen. Nah, alt tab dikit nggak ngaruh.
Playing tighter together now that they all are on the same page and getting powered through by just winning so many duels. We have not seen Miniboo come online in this final map. He's been amazing for the rest of the tournament. Unbelievable in kickoff. He looked like a top 5 player in the world. And here, he has struggled to get online. They need Miniboo now more than ever. Otherwise, they are at serious risk of leaving this Spanish crowd without a representative here. And an extraordinarily strong team going home early.
Anjing di Mythia di rush nggak tuh? Something.
Think about how close the prior match was, but A deep push, contact, making a footstep here. This should be a level of awareness move! Oh, it's just asleep at the wheel, maybe watching something entirely different, but the fight was taken.
I mean, that is so much confidence from Forsaken there.
Waduh, mau nggak mau nih ke A, nggak ada smoker tuh Kak.
Ready to
Oh
fight
shit.
back, and they do. Dropping something.
Ya, ke A mereka.
Okay, they get the information.
A, bro.
Does that call the pivot?
A, bro.
It does. There's more pace here with Heretics.
A, bro.
They know that the A side only being defended by Mindfreak.
Ayam apa?
The elbow instead.
The positions here, he's revealed himself though, just layering down that snake bite, flash, dodge, now to stun. God almighty, he's in trouble, needs some backup. Where's the help for the rest of his team? Through and out. Mindfreak and Divide. They double up onto that one.
That's incredible work. How has Mindfreak stayed alive long enough there for Divide to help?
It's a 2v3 surrounded. Every front. If Rians gets a kill, he's got the breach ult online. It could be the only way they're saved. This paranoia is headed towards elbow. Trailblazer, aftershock down. Got to dodge it with a knife out. Now a plan. Rians now has the ult online. Does he choose to use it with the pressure? No, he dies! Mor's even active and instantaneous is the trade.
Let's go.
No gaps in the play for PRX here. And they can feel it. Smiles.
Jason, I believe in you. I believe in you guys. Come on.
They're in control of their own destiny.
Let's go. Ayo monyet. We got this. We got this. We got this, guys.
Slow start. I mean, it took a while for PRX to even look like they were playing the game. The first 8 rounds, they were just out of it. I was ready to call it. It looked
Hashtag apa? Hashtag we're gaming. Oh,
dropped 1 round.
Yeah, eat that shit. Eat that shit. Enggak, bercanda. Sorry. Enggak. Enggak. Alek enggak ngomong gitu.
No, that was just perfect with the fundamentals.
Dede, nggak boleh gitu, Dede. Nggak boleh gitu. Kamu nggak boleh ikut-ikutan sama si... Kamu nggak boleh ikut-ikutan kayak si Benji ya. Hati-hati. Astagfirullahaladzim, punya alt nggak tuh dia?
It's eventually traded there, still in the smoke, playing it around, quick scope, something, Monyet from the back, Divide around the side! They can't hold a candle to it! The fundamentals, the flood defense! It's PRX at their best, they thrive in it!
Oh, are you even try, darling? Oh.
This has been an outrageous game, an unbelievable game, and it feels like PRX have truly woken up. The form we're seeing from the players, the willingness to fight aggressively with each other. They are flooding out here with not a care in the world.
No hesitation.
One single...
Let's go, Jason! Dede, kamu nggak boleh gitu. Dede!
5 players from Heretics all
Dede, nggak boleh gitu, Dede. Dede, nggak boleh gitu, Dede. Dede, nggak ada yang ngajarin kamu kayak gitu. Siapa yang ngajarin kamu kayak gitu? Siapa yang ngajarin kamu kayak gitu? Gila, itu Cypherel enak deh.
Experience at this wider stage, it could all just tumble.
Oh my god, this guy. This guy!
In the coffin, one after the time, the hammer swings down and out onto the anvil. And there is no hope, no chance.
Oh, are you even try, darling? Oh, send them to home. Dede Fumara. Let's go. I know you guys can do it. Sit. Dede nggak boleh marah-marah. Dede. Yo, sit down. You better sit. Sit down.
To qualify for Madrid.
Sit down. Sit down.
One of the best teams that we've had here. So many ideas, and PRX takes that and tears it apart. In the final map, they were clearly the
nangis
better
lu.
A
Ya,
great try from
sit.
Heretics, but they will
Wah,
be
seneng
gutted.
banget gue lihat
They
mukanya.
wanted to go further. They had so much left to show.
Kok diem?
And now
Loh,
they're gonna have to wait
kok
until
diem?
April stage 1 to be able to showcase it again.
Kok
show how
sepi ya?
tight that competition is between all the teams here.
Mana ya?
You know, the best 2 teams from every region.
Loh, cry about it, Bliat. Oh, god damn.
Heading into the tournament entirely. I mean, PRX are slow starters. They've said this about themselves. They said this about Madrid as a tournament. They weren't really looking forward to really putting on a good performance and making playoffs. They set those expectations for themselves. But
anyways, good job, Monyet.
Anyway,
Monyet performnya bagus di match ini, bagus.
And I think there has been a struggle for this team to reinvent themselves. You listen to what Alex has been saying, and the whole team, they're not feeling confident about this. They're still trying to figure out what their style is going to look like.
Good job dari Monyet. Something bagus banget performnya, guys. Oh my god. Hashtag love Monyet, guys. Let's go. Hashtag love Monyet. Hashtag love Monyet. Emang boleh sedonat itu. Makan tuh taunting. This is why, guys, saya tidak menyarankan untuk taunting, karena kalau sekalinya Anda taunting pasti inilah. Hey guys, hashtag love Monyet. I know Monyet can do it, guys. Saya tahu Monyet tuh bisa di PRX, bisa kata gue mah, bisa. Makanya gak usah taunting kalau belum menang, guys. Gila, something panas banget, tau gak sih? 2 round ini panas banget, OP-nya bagus.
Heretics learned today about W gaming.
Aduh, malu tuh. Mereka langsung mental habis lu dikatain lu Mythia bodo amat, kata gue mah. Let's go, hashtag WGaming, hashtag WGaming, guys. Oh my god. Gila. GG, guys. GG, pas banget jam 3. Kita sekalian ini ya, sekalian lanjut ke sahur. Ada yang mau stream sahur? Ya, kita stream sahur ya nanti ya. I'll see you guys on my next stream. Aku mythiabatford pamit undur diri. Selamat sahur semuanya, oke? Nanti aku streaming lagi. Langsung streaming ya, guys. Oke, let's go. Goodbye, guys. Ya, mamam tuh monyet. Babi. Nyebelin, cok. Suas.